better, isn't it not? Yeah, okay. Looking through a little more. Yeah, maybe? Okay. It actually looks like I'm... Oh, hold on, I will adjust. That helps. Yeah, a little bit, not too much. Sound settings. My sound devices got pretty fucked up today, actually. I spent quite a bit of time figuring out what the hell was going on. Marvel. Just I'm talking doesn't mean that you can... That's kind of unfair, doesn't it? Marvel, just because I'm talking doesn't mean you can talk as well. Okay, microphone volume up. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, put that... Oh. That should be a little better. Okay, now we're sitting in a decent scale. I think that's pretty good. Compared to the sound volume of that, we should be right. Now, we've got a bit of a complainy doggo here. Yeah, come here. Come on. I know. It's not really very fair, is it, Marvel? You're at home all day, and then the humans come home and they give you attention and they give you some food, but then they stop giving you attention. It's just not fair. But much like a baby, we've been down the checklist. We've checked your food, your water, your entertainment, and now I'm giving you physical attention. Yeah? Try and give you everything you need because you're such a little dog and you are incapable of giving it to yourself. That's just how it goes. It's not your fault. You used to be a wolf. What are you doing? What you up to? You're wagging your tail. You're pretty happy with me. Whatever. What? What was that for? You licked my nose. There. Good sausage. Okay. Do you think it'd settle if I put you in a blanket on my lap? Yeah? What do you think? You don't think, generally. Generally, you cause chaos. You think I'm being mean, but her tail is wagging. She's loving it. Loving these scratches and me telling you that you're very silly. You're such a silly sausage. No one expects anything more from you. That's right. You get to relax. Tomorrow you even get humans at home. You'll go for a walk in the middle of the day. You'll love it. It's warm tomorrow. Not as warm as it's going to be on like Thursday. On Thursday we probably won't go for a walk. No. If we go for a walk on Thursday, it'll be too warm and your tiny little doggy paws will bake. They'll bake on the asphalt. And that's not fair. You wouldn't like that. You'd hate that. You'd be like, oh, my little paws. Every time you jumped up to go bark at the door, your little paws would hurt. And we couldn't explain to you why they hurt. And that would be awful. The belly's so full. Did you eat something you shouldn't? Who knows? Just crooning at a poor dog. I'm not saying hi to any of the chatters. I'm not saying, hey, how was your day? I'm not talking about my day, which was great. Flew past. I messaged at 1 o'clock where Emma was like, I can't believe it's only 1 o'clock. And I thought, holy shit, it's 1. Been working and I'm not farting it up. Fantastic. Hey, sausage. Marvel. You want to come up? No? You're about it. Okay. Well, dog wants that bed. I'm not going to tell her no. Good girl. I'm not going to tell her no. She's a great little dog. She wants to self-determine where she wants to sleep for a little bit. I'm fine with that. Well, hi. Welcome to Monday. Sorry about that delay. We had a very angsty dog. Also, should have guessed it was sound devices that fucked with my computer this morning when I logged in, because it's always sound devices. Man, I don't know. You run the mixer via a USB cable. It says it installs itself as a separate... There was this thing, right? I feel like sound issues were... At least this specific kind of sound issue was less prevalent when everyone just had a green 3.5mm speaker cable that plugged into the sound card or onboard sound system on the back of your computer. But when it was possible for USB-based devices to just install a separate sound device, be its own driver, or store the drivers on the system, Windows determining what's the default one is a pain in the ass. It always messes up, near all the time. And that's actually usually the problem when people like can't connect via Teams. So they connect via Teams, like, I can't hear you. There's just a personal bugbear when it comes to that. I can't hear you on phone calls, Teams messages, anything. Sometimes talking in person as well. Maybe it's just a bad habit because I mumble too much, even though I talk with slightly elevated diction when I'm, streaming, and try to be a little more clear. At least let whatever accent or voice I'm putting through go effectively into the microphone so you can hear me normally. But every phone call usually starts for me with, I can't hear you, or I'm sorry, could you try to say that again? And I don't know, is it me? Do I keep my face too far away from the microphone end of my phone because I'm afraid my face will press one of the buttons that appear in the same time when you're on a phone call? Also, great design choice. That's fucking hilarious. Thank you. But it happens with headsets at work. Every single work call I get is usually along the lines of, I cannot hear you. I'm sorry. And I gotta say, yep, there's literally nothing I can do about that. Headsets at max. The microphone sits here, just enough so you don't hear me like chomping on it every few syllables. Phone volume's at max too, which hurts my ears, but just in case there is an overlap between audio and the alternative, I don't know. And it sucks. There's not much I can do about it. I probably should, though. I should find something I could do about it than do it, because it drives me mad. I actually hate having to say, I'm sorry, you can't hear me, there's nothing I can do about it all the time. Happens whether when I'm using my personal headset or my work headset. It's just a thing. It's just a quiet, soft-spoken little Jimbles, which is funny given how, large I am, with the large chest and the potential to be quite loud. I don't know. And, practice role-playing out particular characters who speak loudly or clearly or something similar, and all the streaming. Being an entertainer, storyteller, that sort of thing doesn't mean you automatically get clear diction, or at least volume, but it doesn't feel like it fits, but it does. I can't be the one person who negates everyone else's experience. That doesn't seem very rational to me. But hey, there we go. The doggie's settled, but she hasn't laid her head down to sleep yet. She's sitting in the cat's bed with a blanket over her, looking around the room. Good dog. Strange dog. Good dog. Want to play some Vampire? I want to play some Vampire. Let's get on with it, Charlie. Hit the continue button. Galeb Bassery. After the code red was issued, Hazel Iverson, the Prince of Boston, mobilized all her resources to try to understand the situation and assess the extent of the danger. All contact with the individual who issued the alert has been lost. Galeb must go to Jason Moore's home to find out what has happened and bring Moore back to the Prince. Galeb Bassery, otherwise known as Vampy McVampfangs. Copy McCopson. Copface. Dude bro. Leg. It's not old yet. I'm not going to stop doing it. Oh yeah, that's right. Last thing, dude, was fined. Jesus, what was that? Dipped beneath 60 FPS. I should lodge a complaint. I don't think that's going to happen. Well, we're going to save for him.
Even access to the trash is restricted here.
Would it kill you to leave the door open? Yeah, well, I think it would. Hilariously, we found a head in the trash, which means Wyatt is not dead.
Nothing.
Where was it? I think it was this one?
Garbage.
No.
Ugh. Packaging to be recycled.
We went through everything.
Wyatt's makeshift lab. And it's not meth.
We looked through all of the chicken's feet and the various things
Nothing
that
of interest.
contribute to
Garbage.
thin blood, not half blood, thin blood alchemy. Yeah, this is probably where the head was. And that means it's, I think, honestly, we gotta see if we can find the dude. It's gotta be something to do with that mirror. That mirror where you can call someone, that's a thing. You know, while we're here, while we're downstairs having a little snacky snack, let's give that a go, huh? Blah. Blah. Yes! We don't even need 7, but I wanted it. Boy, I wanted it. I wanted to get as much sustenance out of this thing as I could. Alright, beautiful. Oh, experience bonus to disciplines. And we got another controlled hunt. 1 to additional hunger. Yay! That's good. That's good. Okay, cool. 50% to speed of hunting cursor would be pretty good. Okay. I like that that applies to everyone. We got 0 hunger. We're so sated. Unfortunately, my primary opinion is that you shouldn't. I love the rule that you're in Masquerade. Your hunger never goes away, completely, unless you kill someone. That it takes a while for it to go down. It takes a while for it to come back. But like that's so thematic. That's beautiful. You're never unhungry until you drink someone's lifeblood. It's just, it's perfect. That's perfect. Up we go. Free willpower too. Just in case, let's use an old coin. Alright, I'll press the wrong button multiple times because I'm used to playing Final Fantasy VII. That's what we want. +1 dominate. Subjugating others to his will becomes easier. Well, that's interesting. Oh yeah, I remember where that's going to be useful. Okay. Go to that bathroom. Dial random numbers to see if we can figure it out. Post it. It's gorgeous out. It's hard coming back to this a week later, to be honest. The memory is not perhaps up to snuff. It's a little dark, given we know she's dead. Oops. He's here, and we know...
Disinfectant. Obviously handled by someone who was bleeding. It must have been used to dress a wound.
I know he's here because it's the guard that's dead. He's in the safe room. Where is the safe room? Do you think you have the same? There's no journal that quickly summarizes information you picked up, which is like, that would be pretty useful, to be honest. No, I think I'm calling it, and I'm going to ask for help from the internet. I know, you're the internet, you can help me, but Jason Swansong safe. Swansong safe room. Sorry. Panic room. No, it exists. Hey, Loxy, you made it. Good to see you. Oh, thank you, Loxy. That's so good. 16 months is a very good streak, too. Good lord. Right. Well, ice cream is an excellent reason. Okay, so rather than just grabbing the code, I just got a hint as to how to figure it out. And it's a little subtle, but it's not too subtle.
The blueprints of a house on the west coast of Costa Rica. Pura Vida Extension Project.
Because what are we up to again? Yeah, exactly.
Someone tossed a bunch of stuff in this bag in a hurry to leave. Poems in Lydia's mother tongue.
Anyway, it's like you should check her planner for a post-it note that says, in case of emergency, call Pura Vida. P-U-R-A-V-I-D-A. Agent 52? Yeah, also an excellent idea, but I just thought a little help. And you'll notice this has the point of no return thing. And there's one more thing I want to do. I know we need to use Dominate a bunch. I'm gonna drink Quentin King's Vitae. That one increases suspicion. I'm not going to do that. We don't need the hunger. Like an extra Dominate point would be useful. Trait. One hunger generated per Dominate. Okay, cool. Temporary trait. Well, that's a shame. I hoped it would be permanent. That'd be so good. D9 dictionary. Well, yeah. At least it wasn't some sort of puzzle written by a small child. Hey, sausage. You need a hand? Oh, come and lie down. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. She's being a good sausage. You need to look after the sausage. She's doing her best. She's only very little. She didn't ask for this life. Wow. Yeah, so mean. Oh, hey, buddy.
Jason, so that's where you were hiding.
Detective. Hello.
Huh? What the?
Good evening, Jason.
You're real buff for an
Mr.
accountant,
Bazori,
buddy.
How did you?
Maybe think about letting us know the next time you build a private bunker.
Maybe you need to hide from the vampires, you idiot.
It's just that
She sent me to find you.
No. Not now. She found out about everything, didn't she?
Define everything.
I don't understand anything you just said, but get up.
That's smart,
We're
Caleb.
going.
I can't. I absolutely have to catch a plane tonight.
The fuck are you
I
talking
don't
about?
think that's going to happen.
I'm begging you. Please. Just let me go.
Okay, Zero. What happened here anyway? Well, this isn't like a conflict, so we can ask questions. If we fail at it, we
Before
fail
we
at it.
go,
That's cool.
What the hell is this mess all over your place?
It's not my fault. I tried to cover up my departure.
Did you kill your bodyguard?
My bodyguards wanted to take me to the prince right after the shooting at the party. But I couldn't.
Your flight?
Yeah. I wanted to buy me some time. I pretended I had to get some files that were at my house for the prince. Once I got here, I sent James to my office with my car. Supposedly to pick up some more files there.
Uh-huh.
I killed Wu
Jeez.
by taking him by surprise. I cut off his head and threw it down the garbage chute. I put my college class ring on him and gave him my wallet. I'm sorry, Mr. Bazori.
Devious, devious, devious.
I had no choice.
You don't do things halfway, do you?
Fucking cut off someone's head? That costs us 0. Let's just do it. 100. Hell yeah, we love to do things.
So you were at the reunification party tonight?
Yeah. Beryl asked me to go.
How'd it go, buddy?
You were supposed to partner with the Hartford Chantry.
Beryl's
He
a jerk. I don't trust him
absolutely
anyway.
wanted
Fuck
me
that
to
guy.
be there to reassure them on all the financial aspects.
This much I knew already.
I made sure to be seen to show him I came, and I'd planned to leave. When suddenly, they started shooting all over the place.
Who?
Bullets were flying everywhere. I dropped everything.
It's probably
and
Second
tried to
Inquisition, but we'd like to know for sure.
Must have left my briefcase there, come to think of it. Without the bodyguards you gave me, I would never have managed to escape.
Good thing you killed one.
Who attacked us?
No idea. As soon as the shooting started, Jack hid my head under a coat, and we ran as fast as we could to the exit.
We still don't know for sure.
Remember, are those screams, Mr. Bazori? I'd never heard anything like it.
It's one way to quit being an accountant for vampires, huh?
We've wasted enough
Kill one of your
time
bodyguards?
here. Get up.
I'm not going to be able to go with you, Mr. Bazori. I've lost too much blood. I'm having a hard time staying conscious.
I have a way
must
to
take you
solve
back
that.
to the prince, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
I'm begging you. I've always refused. I want to stay free.
I'm not really giving you a choice. Drink.
Blood bond, baby. Drink it. It tastes so good. It fills you
enough.
with power.
June will die if you don't let me go.
Makes your body stronger
Stay
and
behind me.
better. Does it make you hungry to lose Vitae? Exfiltrate Jason Moore.
Stay behind me.
Deceiving.
Oh,
Agent Smith, wait. Is that Jason Moore? You found him? Oh, we gotta get to
Everything's
the...
fine, officer. I'll take care of him.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
You've never seen us.
We don't need to kill the police. Just, it's not gonna work. This is an active crime scene. There are heaps of cops here.
I'm coming.
Galeb's not a fighter. I'm also exploiting the fact that I know Swansong does not have any combat. That's not how it works. It rewards you as much as possible for just taking things slowly, and thinking them through, and spending ages searching an entire area before you do anything.
Stay close.
For those who watch Deadman's playthrough, at the very end of the game, there's a time section, and it's really generous.
On the ground! I'm gonna shoot!
That's enough, officer.
My head.
Fuck, it's cool to be a really powerful vampire. You just know.
Hands on your head!
Hands behind your head! I
see
swear
those
to
hands?
God,
Let me
don't you
see
move!
those hands!
I said
You
stay
won't.
move! Right
Rush
sure
it.
you are! Don't you move!
got a
I
chance.
swear to God!
You got him? Get in the elevator, Jason.
That was a lot of... It's a lot of blood. It's a lot of hunger. You've got a wounded prey animal here. Ready for anything.
We made it. We made it.
Stop! I'm sorry. Moore needs to come with me, Mr. Bazori. We work for the same person.
Stay out of this.
I don't have a choice, sir. I have my orders.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. I have my orders.
Fucking hell.
You know what would have happened if I had disobeyed.
Excuse me one moment, everyone. What's up, Mom? What you need? You fucking kidding me? Yeah, I guess you're right, Deadman. You can't fucking save him? What a dick. Failure, Jason Moore is dead. Fuck you. Come on. What did I choose at the end there? I was paying attention to Marvel. Was it like, give him over to her? Leave her with more. Was that the option? Maybe earlier when you're talking to the ghoul, can I be like, I'll kill you if you stick around? Won the confrontation with Donna Lahane. You won the confrontation with Wyatt Alvarez. You found the safe. You unlocked his phone. You found him. Oh, yeah, I killed her at the end. Absolutely. I don't care if whose ghoul are you? You wouldn't tell me anyway. Leave more with Lahane or take Mahal with you, and I chose kill. I took more. Okay, yeah, damn it. I wonder what happens if you leave more with her. I wonder what happens if you leave more with her. You can't go back. So I wonder if it's also a failure. I mean, I don't know. The game might do that. It's like, you're going to get one failure no matter what you do. Oh, that's good. That's frustrating in a way that makes me inspired to, like, load a save and figure it out or play it through again. Okay, so let's not make fun of... This is not making fun of Dead Man, because that's not what I want to do, and that's not how I feel about it at all. But, like, he didn't go in with zero hunger, and I knew that would be important, because Dead Man used Dominate a lot to get through that gauntlet, right? But he had too much hunger in the elevator, and fucking Galeb just eats him. He's like, I'm too hungry. Just takes him down, and like all of chat just lost our shit as we were watching it happen, going, we went through so much effort to keep him alive. Okay, now you'll notice that it reads leg, gel, or gel, but gel is funnier. After reporting on the situation, Emem, Laisha, and Galeb offer the prince their services once again. 200 experience. Oh, fuck. Well, like, we should get an additional, because it's modified down. That'll be very good in deduction. I think it's time for some dialogue, right? And dialogue ratings are equal. The winner is determined based on a percentage. Okay. Cost 0. Well, of course I'll get it for free. Absolutely. Let's get some of these. Who's a big smarty pants? You're a big smarty pants. Disciplines of nerds. 25. Modifies down by 20. Walls of the mind. That could be useful, maybe. Presents. I think let's just save some experience until... Yeah. Look, I'm tired. I was a little tired of Galeb being, like, so bad. DNA, cool. Being, like, real bad at arguing through anything. He's just being a smarty pants.
And like always, you've completed your mission.
Like always.
Those words don't come from me. You must know what they say about you here.
No, I don't know. Enlighten.
Hello, Shufeng.
Well, you have kind of a reputation. It's actually rather flattering.
Oh. What reputation?
What exactly do they say?
Oh, you want to know? I
Yes.
didn't think...
Simple curiosity, nothing more.
Everybody kept saying that Galeb Bazori has been in tough spots before, and that you come through them unscathed.
Yeah, I didn't need a
They were
small
right.
Don't
witness.
listen to gossip. Forge your
Fucking
own
ghoul
opinions.
ate
Don't worry about it.
shot a
It's
stupid
not
witness.
unnatural
Fuck
thing
her.
there. It takes some experience.
Glad we killed her.
Mens et manus.
What? Damn it! I increased deduction instead of education. Can't raise it. Alright. What?
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. It's Latin.
Why
My
wouldn't
mind
Galeb do...
wandered for
Okay.
a moment. You didn't tell me what was in those files you gave the prince.
I don't see how
What?
that's any of your business.
To make up your own mind about something, the best way is to go to the source. And apparently, Jason Moore is well informed.
I wish we had more info about that.
You'll have to be patient, Fang.
Galeb looks a lot like a corpse in this
Do you
light.
think your success on the mission could play to our advantage? I mean, for...
The prince will decide your fate when the time comes. Being useful to her can't hurt. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I just want to get it over with. Like when you're going into finals?
Even if there's no going back?
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
It is.
Your child, Beryl Underwood, did he have any second thoughts?
I don't want to discuss it.
He's your only child, so I wondered how it went. Well, could you enlighten me?
I think, in my opinion, I think she's nervous. Right, Dog wants to come back in.
Al is very different from you. He always has been. I was blind. It won't happen again. Beryl would have begged me to get what he wanted. Your patience reassures me. I'm making the right choice with you.
You seem to really have a problem with him.
Yes, and that's why you must stay away from him.
This separation between you, what caused it?
Don't dig too far into it. You know this is something I don't discuss.
That's too bad.
Biscuits. These are human biscuits, not for Doggo. Okay. She's asking too many questions. I don't think that's appropriate, to be honest. Right stick. We didn't increase psychology at all, did we? Jeez. I think intimidation is worth it as well. I'm gonna talk to Beryl about this. Like, I think Shifeng is nervous, and it's a perfectly rational thing to be before you die, right? Forever. I don't want to intimidate her. It's not going to help. This one's curious. All right, let's do it. Willpower's a resource. Let's spend it. No.
You've already
Biscuit,
mentioned
gosh.
Beryl, and I told you not to do it again.
Your interest
What?
in him is growing. And knowing him, he'll try to take advantage
Don't be a dick
of
about
that.
it, Galeb.
Unless he already has.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Did you speak to Beryl? Don't lie to me.
Yes.
Damn it.
He asked me to stop by and see him.
I'm going to have a word with him.
No.
Silence. Wait here.
Just one more, and then you can go rest.
All right. Thanks, Ms. Ortiz.
I'll wait for you here.
Want a bite? Want a bite?
They're a vampire.
Any news here?
Everyone is stressed out. I've never seen anything like it. They're all talking in hushed voices. They barely dare to look at each other.
People and their moods. I'm not interested in that.
Caleb is so
Probably take one of
detached
Jason
from
Moore's
his
bodyguards
humanity.
below to
He's
question him
fallen
on the
far.
legend. That could be of interest to you. Say, how are things with the girl?
Excuse me.
It's Zufeng, right?
Zhu.
She's not a
I
girl.
was saying Shu. It's
Things
not good.
going okay?
Zufeng. Beryl worries me.
The interest certain people have taken in her has given me cause for concern.
Maybe that's something you should talk about with the person in question. Do you think you'll embrace her soon?
As soon as possible, once the prince gives me permission.
You met
Wonder
Fang
if we
at
got
MIT,
Jason Moore
didn't you?
back. Maybe
I
the
first
prince would be like,
discovered
yeah,
her by
absolutely, have
reading
one.
one of her articles.
What does she write?
She studies the blue economy.
To each his own. I don't even know what that means.
Same, Sylvia.
It's about hope. A hope of making up for centuries of exploitation.
Tell me more.
Since when are you concerned about that?
Since I saw Beryl poison our kind.
Blood or money?
Sugar.
I've never embraced anyone.
How come?
The story of my life and my unlife. I have no progeny, mortal or otherwise.
By choice?
Yes and no.
It's interesting.
When things weren't so strict, I could have asked, but I didn't have anyone in mind. Not like you and Fang. Now it's too late, as I've clearly been made to understand.
Maybe you'll get another chance.
Oh, you mean that after the SI is done with us, our overpopulation problem will be solved?
I didn't mean it like that.
But still.
The ranks
Be that as it
opened
may,
up,
I
Sylvia.
hope the prince will allow you to do it.
I don't know.
Do you have anyone who
I hope
wants
last
to?
night isn't weighing on you too heavily.
Oh,
I'm all right.
The prince won't base her decision on just that. You've already proven your worth, Mr. Bazori.
We'll see about that.
yeah, I mean, I'd hope not.
I'd better be going.
See you.
Given, you know, a dude died. She's a girl. Which makes sense, you know. Don't want someone to age out too much when...
I'm sorry, but I need to take a break.
It's fine, I'm not hungry. It makes sense that Galeb can't, but I kind of wish he could express a little more affection or attention to the dolls.
My blood is excellent.
Do you think it's fun to flatter them? Wow, 2 safe zones. How much blood do they think we're gonna use?
A message from Caius. Need you downstairs. Urgent issue. Bad timing. I'm going to have to choose. Help Caius or speak with Beryl.
Speak with Beryl. I need to look after my progeny, my potential child. Potential future child. Beryl's a little shit and I don't trust him, but Caius can manage a minute, right? Can't he? You better be able to. Otherwise we're all fucked if we can't manage 15 minutes or so without me. Hoi. Council's quarters. Look at the Beryl. Brain just said, I wonder what clan Beryl is. Well, he's a venturer like Galeb, dude. Duh.
Galeb, our secret agent is back already.
She's a vampire. Oh, God. Golden. Must be very high, very low generation,
The
too.
soldier is on furlough.
Not for long, I'm afraid. The prince will undoubtedly have some new task for me.
Mm-hmm.
At least she trusts you. She hardly speaks to her primogen.
What have you done?
Even Beryl is in the dark.
He's not used to that. It'll be good for him.
Yeah, alright. Found your file.
I heard you were doing business with him.
It's something to do with the Rosemont Society, my foundation. Why?
It's more than that. Why would you bother? Yeah, alright. Sure hope you don't
I'm
need all
afraid
that
in the current
willpower when we
situation,
talk to Beryl, huh?
It could create confusion. I just want to get things straight.
There's nothing confusing about it. We inflate the value of the paintings we sell. It's the art world. That's how it works. All I can tell you is that Beryl's really the one who is in charge of it. Are you still not talking?
You could say that.
I mean, we're gonna find out, aren't we? That's why I have Fang.
I'm planning to make up for it with Fang.
Oh, so that's why you've become attached to that girl.
I'm not attached.
She
to
does
her.
good writing.
She's
Be
an
nice.
asset for the Camarilla, and a necessary balance to temper Beryl's wicked games.
Personally, I find that giving a child so much power is dangerous.
Why?
The problem is that you have to watch them all the time. Otherwise, they end up making a mess of things.
Is that how you feel about Emem?
But trying to influence them is pointless.
You must be subtle about it. That's all. I give Emem just enough freedom so that she doesn't completely hate me.
Doesn't
But
she
I know
currently
exactly
completely
how to
hate
make
you?
her do whatever I want. Do you really think you'll have time to embrace Fang?
What do you mean?
Well, with all the elders gone,
Oh,
who
yeah.
knows who'll be next?
That's not something I'm willing to discuss with you.
Suit
How
yourself.
intimate.
No, excuse me, I have to go.
Of course.
I got one willpower back. Wish I had more old coins to eat. Hey, buddy, got any old
Mr.
coins?
Missouri, your child is in his office.
Thanks, I guess.
Galeb, by all means, make yourself right at home.
Examine.
Fang is in her rightful place on the cover of this type of magazine. There's a reason I chose her.
Oh, that's interesting. Sense the unseen. Did we get anything at all from that? Except hungrier?
Fang used this glass, so she's been here. I don't like the sound of that.
What about this?
Beryl used this glass. He only drinks with mortals. It sets them at ease.
Well, that wasn't particularly useful.
You? Here? How extraordinarily rare.
Shut up, you creep.
What do I owe the honor?
Enough, Beryl. Did you speak with Fang?
I'm not one to keep an eye on the comings and goings of your retainers.
Did you speak to her?
He's good at not
So
lying.
much fuss about nothing.
You know very well what she is to me, and what she'll be soon.
What she'll be soon.
If the prince authorizes it.
Well, I hope she does.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, exactly.
I sincerely hope so.
Thanks, buddy.
I ran into her recently, it's true, but we hardly said a word to one another.
Stop it right now.
Kill
I
him.
know you saw Fang. Right here. I already told you not to speak to her again.
Don't trust this
Come
barrel
again.
piece of shit.
Don't try to deny it. You spoke to her.
You spoke to
I
her.
came here. I don't see what the problem is.
What exactly is driving you?
Unlike you, I don't try to control the lives of those around me. Fang still enjoys a certain degree of freedom, doesn't she? To choose whom she sees?
2 misses allowed.
Accident, and we didn't speak for long.
Look at that. 5? Fucking hell. Alright, this feels like one of his manipulations. But I know he saw it here. Well, that's... Ran into by accident. We didn't speak for long. But you did. You had a drink. So... I know.
I spoke with her.
Yeah.
She told me that you summoned her.
You summoned her.
Summoned? Please be serious. I don't summon.
You're a venturer. It's your favorite thing to do.
That's not your style.
It's a kind of clan racist
I did
dish.
ask her to stop by.
Okay, cool.
There was
Good.
no
That's one.
obligation. None whatsoever.
We need that willpower,
I don't
baby.
think she regretted our meeting at all. I really don't see the harm in it.
It's not your business to understand.
I'd really like to, though. I just wanted to give her some advice. To help guide her through this brave, dangerous new world. When it comes to that, I don't think you're doing enough. Am I mistaken?
Fuck. Okay. Let me worry about her. She doesn't need his advice. I think that's better, right?
You're wrong if you think she needs help. She'll learn how to cope on her own.
Yeah.
It will make her stronger.
Well,
Is that why you're lecturing me? Your definition of on her own, no doubt.
You think
Fuck.
this is a time to test semantics?
I think we lost this one.
No, I've lost my taste for games. You've made your
Yep.
position extremely clear. One word of advice, though. Maybe you should ask her for her opinion every once in a while. Your concern for Fang is to your credit. It really is.
It's not a bad point, to be honest.
However, I can't help making comparisons with my own past experiences.
It's not a bad point at all.
You shouldn't.
It was long ago, I admit. But I'm still your only child.
You're jealous.
I'm not jealous. Although I do regret the unfortunate turn our relationship has taken.
Don't defend?
I'm worried about Fang, honestly. You would worry too if you were in my shoes.
Like we could listen.
I just want to make sure she doesn't go through the same thing I did.
Tell me, Beryl, what happened?
The crushing weight of disappointment. The distance. The disdain.
Could be worse.
I'm sorry. I made a mistake with you.
A mistake? What, pray tell, did you ever do to make things go awry? You dropped me in a hornet's nest and left me to dodge the stings. I've been nothing but alone from the very start. You gave up, Galeb. And did you ever once consider fixing your mistake?
That's why I'm doing things differently with Fang. I don't want to make the same mistake again.
Ah, such eloquence, which never ceases to surprise me. You've always wielded words with such deadly skill.
Deadly skill.
But there is one small detail it seems you have forgotten. You won't be there for her much longer.
What?
Think about it. You're the oldest person in this city now.
Oh no.
It gnaws at you like it does all the elders. You can feel it inside you, and it will grow and grow until you finally give in. How long do you think it will be before you leave too?
That's what we'll spend it on. Fang will be ready. Ooh, we're eloquent now too. Alright, cool.
I don't pretend I'm above it. If the others have succumbed to the urge, the time will come when I won't be able to stand it any longer. But what's most important for me is leaving Fang behind me. And I won't leave until she is ready. She won't need me anymore. She won't need anyone.
You've thought of everything.
Alright, you little turd.
You doubted me?
Let's just say I'm one to double check. If I understand you right, and I think I do, we're of the same mind.
Yeah?
With a few minor differences.
Is that so?
We both want what's best for Fang. So then why can't I see her?
Well, I can't pick either of these, because I might lose my temper. Isn't going to work. It would not be in his interest. Fuck, that would help too. I don't think either of those are going to work.
You are my progeny, my only child, and I'm here to ask you one very simple thing. Think of it as a favor if you want.
But you don't see that I think I'd be doing you a disfavor. Fang needs to talk, and your only child is a precious resource, don't you think?
Piece of shit, Beryl.
For once, I was looking out for someone. I know you think I'm selfish, a manipulator, but things aren't always black or white. You of all people should know that. I'm worried for Fang. She needs someone, because you can't be there for her all the time.
I thought I had made myself clear. I don't want to hear about any more secret meetings between the two of you.
Have no fear. I know what I must do.
Watch yourself.
I think we've said just about all there is to say.
Damn it. We didn't make it. Found your file, you piece of shit.
One more thing.
A little bird told me about your operations in South America.
My dear sire, for someone I thought had no interest in business, you're remarkably well informed.
Nothing can stay hidden from the court forever.
What's the point?
What's the harm in it?
Your actions have consequences for the Camarilla that you haven't considered. You could endanger the Masquerade. Don't you think you should speak to the prince about it?
I don't see how my personal business concerns her. She's already having enough trouble
Dog's
getting us
asleep.
out of this mess she's dragged us into.
You hold her responsible for this?
She's in charge, isn't she? She hosted the party.
You little shit.
It's only natural to hold her accountable, isn't it?
If the court were to hear what you just said...
Ha! Do you really think I'm the only one who thinks this?
Yeah?
You'd best be going.
Guess not,
I
huh?
wasn't planning on staying. Be sure of that.
It's been a pleasure. Please excuse me if I don't see you out.
Oh, it's frustrating.
He's unpredictable. I need to take more drastic measures if I want to stop him from causing trouble.
Well, I'm not doing that. How frustrating.
It's locked from the inside.
To go through all that. Not even successfully convince him.
Caius again. They locked it down. Too late to go see him. Hazel is probably ready to see me now. I won't make her wait.
I mean, I might. Exploring's good.
Sorry, Mr. Bazori. Miss Jory's quarters are off limits.
What's going on here?
Mr. Leto's orders. We've got to clean up.
What? Disappointing I can't eat you either. What an interesting little... Okay. Good view, gotta say. Nice to have a brilliant view of Boston like that. Before we go talk to the... If the prince is a circle of no return thing, I'm gonna go eat someone. John, got anything going on? Hey, buddy.
Now she's sending you.
Run into some trouble with the prince?
That's a question to ask Hazel. She's the one who doesn't know what she wants.
What?
You seem unusually tense. Are you sure she's the problem?
Obviously, the whole situation is a nightmare. But Hazel's not helping. She's obviously overwhelmed. And I'm not the only one who thinks so.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know how you still
always
put up
expect.
With
her. You owe your place in the Primogen to her.
Your party to end up with several guests dead.
I've always done my best to keep
I understand.
her from screwing
it's
things
pretty
up.
Stressful.
But when she reached out to Hartford,
what's the matter with Hartford, buddy?
Is there a problem with Hartford?
I told Hazel we can't trust them.
Yeah, they're still
Do you have
losing
any
memory.
evidence to support what you're suggesting?
She doesn't know Deneb the way I do. She wouldn't listen to my warnings.
Her plan was bold.
Risky is a better adjective. After what happened last night, I'm not sure you realize just how deep the shit we are in goes.
And I suppose you have the solution?
Maybe. Not that I'm happy about it. There's interesting stuff going on in other places. Boston's not the center of the universe.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know who can be trusted. This is no time to leave. If the prince has kept you in the dark, she must have had a good reason for it. Just look at what happened.
Open your eyes, Galeb! The Boston Camarilla is crumbling before our eyes! What are the odds we survive?
Camarilla. I looked up the pronunciation guide in Requiem. So Deadman and I were correct. And I think that's very funny.
Hazel has things under control. We'll get through this.
I have a hard time believing that.
Don't...
We have to prepare for the worst.
This kind of talk
You're just
is
gonna
beneath
fucking
you.
run, Tajin?
You know what it's like. To feel called to be elsewhere.
Oh.
That has nothing to do with this. Salem isn't elsewhere.
Oh.
You won't be any safer there.
It's just a starting point. We thaumaturgs will find a way to deal with it.
I see that you've planned for everything.
I've already lost too much time. You shouldn't waste your time either.
Fucking...
If you leave, Hazel will catch up with you.
What do you mean?
You know, she doesn't like people who have been disloyal, especially now.
Hazel doesn't need new enemies. She should be wary.
Be careful.
Goodbye, Galeb.
You piece of shit. Maybe the color actually denotes their clan.
Reading tarot. For those who are uncertain as to what the future holds for them.
All those who are just looking for a way to think through their troubles. The reflection work is pretty good on the mirrors. Reflections are hard to do in video games. Even Cyberpunk limits the like locations in which it mirrors work perfectly. You specifically have to like activate a mirror for it to show your character, and then when it does, it's fantastic. Like, she's golden because she's a Toreador.
Galeb.
Okay. Helpful. Beryl was blue, presumably because he's a Ventru.
I've seen princes come and go. In the end, it always comes down to a struggle for power between the prince and their primogen. Hazel is strong, but will she last much longer?
Cool chairs. Shame they're made out of concrete.
Galeb, I was wondering when I'd run into
Victoria's aura was hidden or something?
What a surprise.
That's interesting.
I didn't know you had decided to walk
Possible.
on us.
I'm always where you'd least expect me. It feels like I've been away for ages. Boston has changed so much. The only thing that hasn't changed
Boston.
is your steadfast presence at court.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
He's the
know
Galeb.
it's not.
Gotta love
I'm
him.
just surprised, that's all. There's a whole world outside this city, you know?
I'll serve our
Loyal to
family
the end.
as long as it needs me.
You are a reassuring presence. I must admit I was a bit surprised not to find Quentin King in charge.
Pretty sure he died.
Quentin gave in to the beckoning 4 years ago.
Never mind.
Miss
Unless he's dead
Iverson
over there.
runs Boston now.
How droll. I never thought King would give up his precious crown. He was so attached to it. Iverson is lucky she can count on your loyalty. You're a valuable resource, Galeb, especially in times like these.
I'm only doing my duty.
Ever the cheerful one.
So many elders are
Tell me about
gone,
the beckoning,
and
Victoria.
Here you are. How is it possible?
Because I want to. That's all. I enjoy my existence. Why give it up?
But you must also feel
Weirdly
the
golden.
force,
Like, that
the
clearly can't be
insistent
sunlight.
pulling,
One,
night
we're vampires.
after night.
And two,
Yes.
it's nighttime.
But unlike so many others,
Maybe it's a lamp.
I have a reason to resist.
We'll check as soon as we leave this
Don't
dialogue.
you?
Be like, hey, what's going on? Plan to teach Feng.
I still have some ties that keep me here. I won't leave without having one more child.
You're sure taking your time.
I'm waiting for the prince's blessing. It shouldn't be long now.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Feng will be embraced soon.
You'd fucking
Hey.
hope so, right?
Oh yes, I see. She seems charming. Spirited even. You have a knack for finding true gems.
She's the best.
I remember your sire, Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct.
I didn't see him at court.
What a cool French name.
I remember he was
Jean-Baptiste.
very popular back in the day.
He left with all the others.
Oh.
Oh,
Psychology attempt. Well, we got a 0% chance of success, but failure. But
I
hey,
know the two of you were very close.
we
His
can
absence must
use
have
it.
left quite the
Just
void.
see how it goes.
The first few years were hard. I had a lot of respect for the man. His departure was like a betrayal to me.
Aw.
He left me alone, in charge of a city without a prince, surrounded by neonates. It was unfair.
Oh,
I
Caleb.
understand. You deserve better than that.
Not just me. The whole court fell apart when the Anceli disappeared one by one. Building it back up was an ordeal.
Caleb, buddy.
You did it, and you should be proud of what you've accomplished.
Pride is for the ambitious. I'm just doing my duty.
As always.
He's fascinating. I like Caleb. He's a good
You
character.
seem to have met Feng.
We had the chance to talk last night. She was pacing the floor while you were gone.
I told her to keep quiet.
And she did.
Don't
She's a smart, young woman of great consequence. You shouldn't treat her like a child.
Yeah, correct. Like...
The court is full of predators. Feng is easy prey in the eyes of many.
It's still...
She's more resourceful than you think.
Even like that,
Not
you're still
against
being
kindred
like a
this old.
possessive
Oh, Galeb,
parent?
please.
Like...
Is it her pretty face that's got you acting like a knight in shining armor?
I'm just trying to protect her.
That's what I'm saying. I've had my share of protective followers too. Men who thought they could use their power to protect my delicate nature. I've survived longer than them all.
I'm not overprotective of her, if that's what you mean.
You are.
That's not the impression you give off.
Good.
I hope you're able to find a balance, or you'll both suffer.
Victoria's cool. What you doing?
I hadn't heard you were coming to Boston.
Indeed. I wouldn't be stuck in this tower if I hadn't gotten wind of your arrangement with Hartford.
Well, isn't that a shame?
Do you think...
It's not been a complete waste. I met your prince, and I got to see a few old friends. I just hope it's not at the cost of my unlife.
Oh. Oh, thanks, Deadman. That's interesting. She's cool.
Don't seem to be hurt.
What is she up to?
I take it you weren't at the party last night.
Like, canon
Heavens,
character-wise.
no. I was in your prince's personal suite.
Oh,
we hadn't even
very
left
sexy.
yet when the Code Red was initiated.
Good timing.
Good timing indeed. When I think that the Second Inquisition's butchers were lying in wait, I'd shiver. If I could.
Might look her up and see what Victoria Ash is up to.
Last night.
Oh,
Did
you've
I
got
miss
a
anything
display
important?
capture, not
No,
a
nothing much. I ran into
game
Burrell.
capture, so
He
I can't
was with
alt
your
tab and take a
charming
look.
little protege.
I don't like the sound of that. Did you hear their conversation?
That would have been very impolite of me.
Fuck. Of course, she's got persuasion fucking 4.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Galeb.
It was Victoria Ash. I mean, it's good. Imagine if, like, Beckett were here, just hanging out. Current Victoria Ash and Tegrius, but blood wedding. Really mutually, but jeez. I don't even know what the Ashira are. Also, I thought, it's locked. Fucking dick. I thought mutual blood bonding was considered a perversion. Maybe that's a Requiem thing. I loved that idea as well, because I'm a degenerate! And in my stories, I think it's really funny to have something that's explicitly a perversion that you expect players and characters and people to do. Like, you're playing with that in a fiction way. Signature Toreador. Okay. Just hanging out, being a Toreador. Hey, buddy.
The prince is ready to see you now.
Fuck yeah, she is. I've still got things to do.
Just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay, you're like, why? What are you doing? I want to go bite someone. Because that was a point of no return thing, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm going to eat someone. And I'm only going to eat one of them, even though I could eat several, because I don't know if the pool of blood dolls is going to be the same across other characters, because there are other characters here tonight. And I don't want to use up everyone. Hey, Feng.
Come back soon.
Okay.
Want a bite?
Yes. You're eager? Let's go.
Meet me there.
Of course.
Yeah, sure, buddy. This better be a sexy kiss instead of a hunger. It's good, isn't it? Doesn't it feel good to give yourself to me? Give me your lifeblood and it will pay back in kind. I could just as easily take it, but I want you to rest. I want you to want it again. I want you to heal. Bring yourself back to the position where I can have you once more. It's never just once. Just as much as I want to have you again, keep you as my little supply, you're going to want me to do so again. Where's that elevator? Well, now that we've eaten to someone, let's go down. Usually you eat someone when you go down. Ha ha ha! Oh, dear. Oh my! No! Oh, okay. Anyway.
The prince is ready to see you now.
Thank you. I'm all flushed. Let's go.
Great.
Princey! How you doing, Hazel? Fastest tongue in the West, Loxy. Quick on the jokes.
Galeb,
My prince.
we were expecting you.
I bet.
How may I be of service to you this time?
One thing at a time. The situation has changed. The money is gone. The accounts have been emptied.
What? That's impossible.
Only Jason Moore could have transferred the money.
Yeah, well, he's dead, baby.
The situation is dire.
Moore would never have done it on his own. He would never have dared.
I agree. It's much too bold a move for him.
Also, he's dead.
That's what concerns me the most. Someone used him to attack us. Someone who was extremely well prepared.
Mm-hmm. Just immediately blame Beryl. I think that's very funny. Maybe they're not kindred. The kidnapped his wife.
Our enemies are everywhere. They're not just kindred.
No, the kind have no knowledge of our business. It's someone with diverging interests from our own. Someone on the inside.
If there's a traitor among us,
I should have
I'll
guessed.
have their head.
One thing at a time. I'll take care of the traitor, personally. Failure is a luxury we will soon be unable to afford. If you have nothing more to say, we can move on to the reason I sent for you.
Pat Richards' file.
What did you think about Richard Dunham's file?
Money that should be going to me seems to go missing whenever he touches it. Richard is far too important to me. I can't afford
Interesting that
to
I couldn't
upset
break
him
up
now.
things. The other
But if
two
his
files.
research doesn't pay off soon.
Ones we got,
I
like,
won't
essentially
hesitate to show
brought up when
him
we spoke to
my
Beryl and
disappointment.
not Hazel. What's her face? Hilda, the lady with the fantastic chest.
I wish I'd never seen
That's a running joke. Like, Kibbled in Dead Man and Ice Stream. We
She never mentioned she was
always talking about
monitoring
Hilda.
the
It was
Prime's
very funny.
finances.
To me.
Or this.
Presumably to
Connor
Kibbled as well.
What on earth is it?
I've got no idea.
It doesn't add up.
It adds
It seemed
up a little.
important to her.
But she's not here to shed any light on it.
Go on.
I'm listening.
I've asked for your presence here because I have a new mission for you.
Oh, we
Delsin
gotta
was
ask about
able to
one of the
track down
files.
the men who attacked us.
It wasn't easy, but it was impossible for them to disappear without leaving a trace after what they did yesterday.
His eyes are a
Where are
little
they
weird,
hiding?
but I think he's very
Long
hot.
Island.
Delsin Coates, fucking sexy. Holy shit. Education? Yeah.
Business, of course. An abandoned facility just off the coast. An old fort. It's the ideal place for a
Secret
base.
base.
And certainly much more.
Yeah, very
Who
good.
knows what they're up to out there?
Delsin Coates, more like discarding your coats. Yeah?
They have abundant resources, and we're short on eyes.
What do you think?
It doesn't matter. We'll find the people responsible for the situation later. Our most pressing issue is preventing
He's got
them
sexy
from striking
tats.
us
I like
again.
his beard. He
You're going
looks
to go
buff.
and kill their leader.
Very well.
As I've said before, you can count on me.
I don't know if it's
Good.
strictly
That's what I was hoping you'd say.
the
When the time
interpretation, but I
comes,
like to pretend
I
that Galeb
won't
is a
forget to reward
fucking
those who
combat
have loyal to
monster.
I won't let you down.
Like, Swansong doesn't show you
They
combat
evacuated the bodies
skills,
from the site of the party, which is how we were able to.
but
pick
I
up their
like to
trail.
imagine that he's
There's a
built to just
small,
tear
nondescript
apart
warehouse at
enemies.
Jeffrey's Point. As far as we can tell, their transfers from Boston to Long Island are made by boat. To avoid drawing attention to themselves, they've chosen to employ only small craft. There are bodies packed in the warehouse waiting to be shipped over. Do you get the picture?
You want me to disguise myself as a body to be evacuated?
Exactly. All you have to do is stop simulating your vital functions for a few hours.
It's risky.
It's risky, but it's now or
You're
never.
just getting
We might never get another
brief rundown about
opportunity.
how vampires
We
can just
have
do
to
that.
try.
The last transfer is probably going to take place tonight. After that, there's no way of knowing when we'll get another chance.
How are we gonna do it?
I need to know the details.
Yeah, make it clear.
Let us worry about getting you into the warehouse. We've made all the preparations.
No, it
You won't have to
tells
worry
me how I.
about a thing
Okay.
until you get to Long Island.
You're a son of a bitch. I gotta tell you that. Alright, why don't we attack them head on, just in case?
You know where they are.
It's a thing
Why
I can
go
do.
through their warehouse?
Charging into Long Island blind would be far too risky.
And with the
But
traitor in our
fun.
midst, I'd rather keep this to a small circle of trusted
Alright,
people
fine.
to avoid any other unpleasant surprises.
Alright, what's next?
And after that?
Once you're on the island, you'll be in uncharted territory. You'll be on your own.
Who is my target?
Walter Stanford.
We knew
The
that.
head of the Boston Task Force. He's part of what they call the
Society of St. Leopold is a covert militant arm of the Vatican. It has hunted the supernatural since the Middle Ages. To the Society, the Second Inquisition is merely the same Inquisition they started in the 13th century. The Society of St. Leopold operates globally, working with other agencies as consultants and specialists backed up by centuries of recorded experience. Galeb looks really dead right now. Like, more than usual.
Society of Leopold.
Someone else will take his place.
No need for you to worry about that for the time being. Your mission is to eliminate Stanford.
Am I supposed to worry about the time being? Alright, tell me more. What do you know about him?
What do we know about this
Give me
Stanford?
everything.
Not much. They're very careful. He was sent from the Vatican, and he brought other fanatics with him. If he's here, it means that Rome has faith in him, and that can't be good for us.
He's got to be taken out.
What's the Vatican getting out of all this?
They don't like vampires.
This is mine. But it seems that the kind are trying to get a better understanding
that's pretty
of us
legit,
in order
right?
to hunt us more effectively. These priests have been our enemies for ages. They have knowledge.
Putting an end to them is crucial. We must keep our enemies from unifying their strength.
Plan B?
I don't wish to be the bearer of ill tidings, but what if I fail?
He doesn't want
Do you
to be
have
the
a
bad
backup
news
plan?
bear.
Galeb, you won't fail. You're our only hope. We place all our trust in you to complete this essential mission.
Iverson, that's a dumb idea.
No room for error, Bazori.
Literally eggs in one basket.
Aren't you worried someone will tip off the SI? There's still a traitor among us.
The traitors, my department. You need to strike quickly. and
You're
don't let
part of the
anyone know
traitor
your plans.
department?
We can't take
Prince Iverson, how could you?
All right.
It's also a dumb
I've heard
joke.
enough.
Very well. Then you should get going. We've already lost
You
enough
mean
time.
you should get going.
Very well. My prince.
I notice you don't say goodnight to the sheriff, as much as they may like you. You are unable to convince your child to stay away from Zufang. Could have helped Kai's leader discover all the secrets of one of the members of the Boston Primogen. Could question Jason Moore's bodyguard in the... What? Isn't the fucking... What? We had the other body... Okay. Well, fair enough. Hey, Emem, you have much less experience than Galeb. Also, I quickly read up on what we missed, and it's a lot. I fucked up bad when she was in the cage. You're looking for anything. We're gonna turn you into a big nerd. You're good at computers now. All specs. Wasn't particularly useful. Celerity vision. Link generates less. Fleetness. Pickpocket are available in the state. Okay, well that's cool. Out of time. In dialogue, that's pretty good. It costs 100. We can't do anything with it. It costs 70. Well, I don't think we need that. Presence, huh? It'll make you more Toreador-y. Velvet glove. Prevent them from focusing. Intimidation. Five? 15, 35. Well, how about 5? Okay, that was worth it. That was worth it. Now we're at 30. Now let's make you a little bit smarter. Okay, right? How's that? I think that was worth it. Cool. There you go, Emem. Is that better? I'm pleased. I'm pleased. Hey, Galeb, how you doing? The viewpoint character switches over at that point. They pass it with a glance. That's all you need.
I'm guessing you tipped Bazori off to the trader.
Hello, yes.
Yes.
Any news?
Nothing since Richard's report. My city is in danger.
Yeah.
Everything I've built, all the dreams I've invested.
We don't get to wander around as Emem. That's interesting.
Not for long. You'll bounce back.
Yes. Congratulations on your negotiations with the Chantry.
You're welcome.
Our agreement with Hartford is crucial.
Hell yeah. I took some big risks. Again, very sorry about that.
I almost didn't make it out. I could have ended up a guinea pig in their strange
Not what I wanted to
experiments.
say.
Don't be ridiculous. We would have realized you'd gone missing soon enough. I would have sent someone to get you.
Huh.
Ugh, that's enough brooding. That's not why I brought you here. I have a new favor to ask of you.
When
What
is a vampire have enough brooding?
About what I told you earlier concerning Delson and Long Island. I've got a plan.
Like,
Oh, I know that look.
I don't think that counts.
Hazel.
This is the best moment to strike.
That sounds like the definition of rushing into things.
Yes, but we have no choice. Delson?
We need to blind them from the inside. They know too much about it.
With a big
we
knife.
Have to change that. For that, we need someone to hit them with a surprise attack from within their compound.
What?
I wish that person luck.
It's you.
That's way out of my league.
Hazel's not asking for your opinion.
How did you not expect that to
Prove
happen?
you were reliable with Hartford.
Hey, Sausage.
We need your skill sets for such a risky and vital task.
That's precisely what's got me on edge.
It's your chance to prove to the court once and for all that you deserve a place on the council, Emem. After this, you'll be untouchable.
I sure hope so. All right. How do I get on this island? By boat?
I doubt it. Coastline's under surveillance.
So I swim across. All right. What then?
Kaya's wrote a program that can help us. If you can upload it into their system, it'll corrupt all the data they've got in their database. Their systems, the archives, it'll all be lost.
Allowing us to
Yeah, it simulates
our
having
best shot at
users on your
making it through
database
this.
for like
You'll just
15
have to
minutes.
insert it into
It
a
ruins
computer that's
everything.
on their network. That's absolutely essential. Any questions?
It's a very dumb joke. It's fun though. Can't we do it
Your
remotely?
plan sounds pretty old school.
Please?
There's no way to do that remotely.
We've tried, but Lito's agents weren't able to breach their security. Their network's too highly protected.
Fuck
That's
Lito.
why we need you.
I see.
You need me? Oh, I want to do it now. Can I take a friend? Hilda?
Am I allowed to take a partner? I'd feel a lot better about this if I had someone covering
Caius?
my back.
Someone who knows computers?
understand,
Actually, we just put 2 additional
that's
dots
not
into computers.
possible. We're already taking a risk by sending a person in to infiltrate their hideout.
Got it.
Well, shit.
So, let me get this straight. You want me to infiltrate the enemy base alone? The same enemies who just slaughtered half the camp.
Quit whining. You can have help.
Oof.
Oh, really?
Your task will not be easy. You'll need a diversion while you sabotage their system. A raid near their base, for example.
That could work. Who
That
will you
sounds
send?
good. Who's doing
I
it?
refuse to sacrifice any more of our people. So we might as well send in the riffraff. The Anarchs could do the job.
Come again?
What?
You heard me. I want you to go see them and convince them to go with you to Long Island.
You're trying to thin their herd.
I'm balancing the scales.
What the fuck?
They can't stand us. They'll never agree to fight for us. Let alone on their own without us.
They don't have to know they'll be alone. Lead them to believe our forces will join up with them. The SI is a threat to the entire city. They're just as concerned as we are.
I don't think this is gonna work. I'm not gonna have him say,
someone
it's
else to
not fair.
A real emissary.
No one else knows the Anarchs as well as you do. They go to your clubs, don't they?
They do.
They know who you are.
They do.
They know they can trust you.
They
I barely know
can't.
them. I see a couple of them once in a while, but that's it.
Wanna beast growl at each other from the other side of a crowded dance
You're
floor.
still in the best position to negotiate with them.
Yeah,
Alright, fine.
right then.
I'm not saying it.
Let's say I agree.
You don't have a choice, but I'll humor you.
How am I supposed
I
to go
do.
about
I could
it?
shoot
I
you.
can't just go chasing down every Anarch I know to ask for their help.
You could.
There's only one Anarch that counts.
Oh.
They're Baron.
Randall Thane?
That's right. He's in charge of the various Anarch gangs in the region.
They're not
I
in
don't know where
charge
he
the
is
same
right
way
now.
that we. Okay.
You'll need to use your network.
I've got an idea of who I can ask. What can I use as leverage if they try to negotiate?
Money, favors. Offer them whatever seems useful.
All right.
One more thing.
I'm gonna
Don't
offer him
tell
an
anyone
Anarch-free
about your
state.
task. Not even your sire. I don't want the council poking their noses into this.
What are you up to?
Thou
That sounds
will.
very suspicious.
I'm counting on you, Emem. Be
Right?
careful. And
That's super
good luck.
suspicious. You can't do
I'm
that.
gonna need it.
Just don't tell the council, bro. Oh, cool. We do get walk around time. Left trigger. Celerity vision. Auspex vision.
Emem, there you are.
Celerity. Run. Okay.
I'm sorry I wasn't here to meet
Damn
you when
it.
you got back. I was busy.
Don't apologize. I missed you, McAndrews. The Jefferson Library, it was hell. I really thought I wasn't gonna make it, that I wouldn't see you again.
Excuse me?
That's all that inspires in you?
You haven't spoken to me like that since our breakup. I'm just a little surprised.
What the?
What are you talking about? We never...
Oh, no.
Emem. What? I don't remember.
Oof.
Come on. I get the feeling we need to clear up.
Fucking ow. Hey, it's okay, Mom.
Yeah.
You want to jump up? No, Mom. Come on.
Come on.
Just settle for a
Tell
little
me
bit.
what's going on.
The Warlocks.
Few minutes.
I
Break
knew their
time, we'll
library
clear out.
would leave a mark. They fucked with my head.
Yeah, they
So,
did.
If I understand right, you have no memory of our breakup.
None whatsoever. I really thought that I mean, you know.
Ow.
There's a reason the Warlocks have a bad reputation.
Yeah, I bet.
And you said it's been 30 years?
More or less.
That seems like forever. And then again, the blink of an eye for us.
Believe me, it's been a long 30 years.
Why?
I wanted to know, why exactly did we break up? Was it you? Me?
Often not a
It's
very
more
helpful
complicated
question.
than that.
but
It's a long story, Mem. And it's not really a happy one.
that's all the more reason. I want to know what happened. It's my memory, not some game.
Exactly. I don't want to see you suffer again. I won't allow it.
But it's not your choice.
Yeah.
It's not you we're talking about.
That's not-
It's me. I can't just sit here not knowing.
I won't tell you a thing.
Hilda.
Hilda, what the
please.
fuck?
I said no. There's no point in insisting.
Fine. Whatever you want.
That's it? That's the only option we get?
I'm sorry. I've got to go. I need to take some time
That's
to
fucked.
process all of this. The prince is sending me out on another task. I can't screw up.
That's just how it leaves up.
Kind of task.
I'm sorry, but I can't talk about it. Hazel made that exceedingly clear. If she thinks things are better like that, I believe her.
For God's sake, Emem, I'm your sire. You should trust me, not that snake in the grass.
Right after what you just said?
Personally, I've never had anything bad to say about Hazel.
Unlike me. Is that it? You'd be singing a different tune if you knew what I know.
If I knew what?
Nothing. You wouldn't believe me anyways.
That pissed her off.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I'm sorry. You're right, you're my sire, I should believe you. And I do. We good? Would you tell me what you know? Please.
Fucking hell.
Seriously, you don't think you're laying it on a little too thick?
Not at all.
I am, but you like it.
You can be such a pain sometimes.
I am, but you like it.
Hazel's a smart woman. She knows
Brat.
what she needs to do to get what she wants. And she wants you.
That's going too far.
You think it's an honor, but you should really be worried. Hazel never does anything she's not sure she'll benefit from, which means she's got ways to make you bend to her will. She's careful to hide her secrets from you, safe behind her herald. Tonight could be your last chance to discover them. Very well, let's move on. You're right. You should go get some rest, and do think over what we've discussed. Promise me you'll be careful.
I'll try.
Well, it's break time, everybody. We'll be back in a little bit. I don't have to leave you with a puzzle to solve and make fun of me with. We will definitely be investigating. Alright, go stretch. See you soon.
What's gonna happen to my vessels? It's never been this quiet here. What's gonna happen to my vessels? What a night. What's gonna happen to my vessels? It's never been this quiet here. What's gonna happen to my vessels? What a night. What's gonna happen to my vessels? It's never been this quiet here. What's gonna happen to my vessels? What a night. It's never been this quiet here. What a night. What's gonna happen to my vessels? It's never been this quiet here. What a night.
Yes, sorry, Loxy. I noticed that. Also, we had a minor disconnect. Jimbles disappeared for a little bit there. You poor thing. What's going to happen to my vessels? It's never been this quiet. What a night. What's going to happen to my vessels? Anyway. I think the doggo is settling. I think the doggo is settling. We're doing alright. Tried to put it on my lap, it didn't work. Tonight, I made something with calamansi juice, which is a citrus fruit that I haven't researched at all, but it tastes... It's a citrus fruit, so I'm going to say something stupid. It tastes like a mix between lemon and lime juice. It tastes more lime than something else with a slight different edge to it. It's very tasty. This juice is not just the juice, it's more like a lemonade. It's 150 ml of that. Yeah, quite a lot. It's a big one.
What a night.
60 ml of Canberra Fog, which is an aniseed type spirit. Yoink.
Don't even think about it.
Oh.
I wasn't going to.
I was going to. And 15 ml of maraschino.
Did you need something else?
It's a sweet, strong alcohol. I like it. Why don't you like the prince, baby? You win, you lose. Let's do it. Tie and roll the die. Success. Yes!
You sure seem ticked at the prince.
We've got different political views. That's all. It's rather healthy,
Kiss
actually.
her.
There's nothing worse than a council that's enthralled to its prince.
That I can believe. But it seemed like there was something else. What?
I'm worried about you. That's all.
What?
I've seen Hazel spin her web around other kindred.
don't
I'm worried she's doing
believe
the
you.
same thing with you.
Playing the cynic. I'd say you were just jealous.
Yes.
I don't want her throne, Emem. I'm just fine where
you're
I am.
jealous of my
But
attention.
since you don't believe me,
Emem's
go take a
attention,
look
or
around.
both.
I'm sure you'll find the answers to your questions. Just a bit of friendly advice.
Look in your room. All right.
The reports
Give me the
from
key.
Richard and Leisha are
Give me the
truly
key. Give me the
frightening.
key. Give me the key.
Never thought I'd see a day like this.
Network error.
Extremely cautious if we want to
Just
survive.
checking to make sure I'm actually.
Do you
up.
have any plan?
Yeah, I'm up. I just need to. Yeah.
We're dependent on her now more than ever.
Gotta click the reload player button, so it's entirely possible someone hasn't done that, and they're missing out on all this. I'm not doing that. Let's use it and fail. Failing's fine.
I
guess
can
it's closest to
imagine
the
you
Puppet
waited a
Master, right? Cool. C is worth it. I kind of wish these were shared, but I understand why they're not. She loves eating rats. I should try killing people. See what happens. In game. Should try killing people in game. Or don't hunt any prey. That sounds incredible. It's not gonna work. It's insane. Anyway, that's good.
Prince to do something.
But here I am, doing just that.
No, you've always got a plan B. You're not telling me everything.
Unfortunately, no. It's all happening so fast. I haven't had time to plan anything.
I have a hard time believing that. Suit yourself.
Call her a liar.
Keep your secrets.
Alright, keep your secrets. Hilda's not
I
a
gotta
wizard.
go. I've got stuff to do.
Just a sec. I know Hazel told you not to talk about it.
Correct. Persuasion attempt. Oh, fuck, I'm not spending all of it. Let's fail. Oh, it costs 3 to even try? No.
But please, at least tell me where you're headed.
I want to give in.
You're unbelievable.
The air is thick in here.
Eloquent. So we got that one as well.
You can understand my concern, can't you?
Yes.
I'm going to see the Anarchs.
Give in.
What?
It's a long story.
Yes.
I'll explain when I get back. I've really gotta go.
All right. Be careful, Mem.
I want back in Hilda's pants. I don't think it's reasonable or rational. I don't care. I want it.
Hey, Sylvia.
Hey, how are things? Let me know if you need anything.
My blood is excellent.
I bet. Cool. And this one is used up because of the guy we ate earlier. That makes sense. That's fantastic. Smart. Well, clever. Well designed. Makes you choose. Which person gets to nom 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 more? And I'm glad it was Galeb. The guy needs all the food he can get. He's such a hungry boy. Such a hungry, hungry boy. Misbehaves. Noms on as many people as he can get. We're exploring. We're not leaving just yet.
Do you think we have time to just...
I'd better hurry.
Auspex is on, so if anything comes up, we'll see it. No, that's exactly as it was earlier. Never mind. Computer? Satisfaction for once. God damn it, Beryl. You're such a dick. Nope. Dog's up.
If Zeus had chosen flower to reign over all others, the rose would be queen.
Spoken like a true Toreador, baby. Love the romance of the rose. It's kind of their thing. Alright, let's go. Dun, 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 dun. The Speedy MC. Princess Apartments. Whoa! Point of no return. Goals. Go on, lie down, Marvel. Come on, slow down time. That's it. Good girl. Snacks, bubbles, and you've been outside for a rock. Sleep now. Let's go. Why not, right? What's the worst
A
thing that can happen?
direct route to the prince's apartments. April plays the guard dog.
Are you feeling devious?
The swan's nest. I hope it's worth it.
My dear Dajan, you know the high regard I have for your advice and the even higher value I place in our special arrangement. That's why I ask you to carry out the task we discussed yesterday, a task that you were extremely reluctant to undertake. I appreciate your objections, but the Hartford Chantry is our best option right now. When I say right now, it is because I'm counting on the situation changing. A change you yourself would be party to. In the interest of my projects, I cannot reveal the details, especially in writing, but keep in mind that I know where you are from and what your ancestors went through. Hartford is nothing more than a means, a tool. A tool can be replaced. Help me, and when the time comes, I will help you. Fondly, Havel Iverson. Well, that's a threat. That's a massive threat. Just being a bitch. What's this? Club business cards. Restores willpower. Amazing. There's a lily. Clearly you're not concerned about cats. What's this? Let's get hungry, but oh, we don't have more space to.
I didn't know Hazel was into music.
Do you think this is a puzzle? This is a puzzle, isn't it? Swan Lake. BFDAC. Oh boy. At least I don't have to play it. I wonder what the psychometry would reveal. Hey, she touched this? Well, yeah, obviously. Confidential. My prince, I've passed you the request for more information about Mr. Underwood on to Jason Moore. I can only congratulate you for taking such an initiative. I've observed a steady increase in Mr. Underwood's contacts with mortals around the globe, particularly in South America and India. He's very secretive, but he hides his financial transactions better than his contacts. He has a need to control everything at all times and use every channel at his disposal to keep up with the latest news. Like most blue bloods, he is a workaholic who trusts no one but himself. Since he became Galeb Basri's child, the family business he inherited has grown into a vast, sprawling network. I think we've read this before. He controls the sugar industry, from production to sales. He's often flouted the rules in the Masquerade. I suspect he has gone against many of our principles on several occasions. In any case, without being able to prove it, I wouldn't be surprised. At court, Mr. Underwood is a veritable fox. He knows how to increase his influence, especially since Mr. Basri has taken a step back. In fact, he is the most prominent member of your clan, after yourself. Oh, she's also a venture. I actually thought she was a Toreador. My bad. But he also has close ties to the members of your Primogen, Hilda McAndrews in particular, but also, to a lesser extent, Richard Dunham. The interdependence he's cultivated makes him a threat to your interests. It would be very easy for him to bypass your authority if he felt like it. There's many ways of applying pressure. I do not mention here the business of the other members who are dependent on his goodwill, but I am including several documents showing these connections. Your devoted servant, Caius Leto. Well, well, well. Swan. Observe carefully.
I get the feeling something's missing. I've always found swans very moving. They're beautiful, but full of melancholy.
You also go
it's
peep.
A nice symbol.
There you go. Beep. Love how we have a dot in deduction so we can see that the plinth clearly has something missing. No key. 70, the fucking 3 ore specs. Goddamn.
There are faint marks on the wall.
I bet it's a moving bookcase. Or something. Anything there? It's also observed in detail. Fucking hell. Goddamn. Would you be pissed if your beautiful decor is ruined by the fact that you need a fire extinguisher? I bet vampires would be annoyed. The vampires don't like fire very much at all either, so sounds pretty convenient. Oh, I wonder if there's anything here. Oh, okay.
It's Miley?
Emem?
Miley. That you?
Oh.
Yeah. What are you
We rescued you.
doing here?
How you doing?
Shh. It's not important. How are you doing?
That's right.
I heard you almost didn't make it. I didn't think it was that serious. How are you holding up?
They destroyed...
Childhood trait gained. Diplomat, child of reunited. Lying your way out of a sticky situation becomes second nature. Okay, well that's cool. Diplomat. That one fucked me up.
My face.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have a hard time talking.
Oh, and
It's
rose petals.
okay. It's okay. The bastards. Who the hell did this to you?
Incendiary bullet. Caught fire in seconds. My skin peeled off.
Ugh.
My eye melted.
Well, that's unpleasant.
Okay, I think I get it. Ugh. You're gonna be alright, you hear? You're a fighter.
Fucking hell.
Emem. I won't.
The
tell
game sound is
Hazel,
turned up.
But
Yeah, it should be better.
doesn't like visitors.
It'll only take me a sec. Hazel had another child before Miley?
Dilson Coates.
Shit. I had no idea.
Destruction of
Seeing as how it
Lance
ended,
Cardiel.
I'm not really surprised.
Status successful. Details. As per advanced information, your child was found in a warehouse on Offenbach Street. The area was deserted. I entered the premises at approximately 2:20 a.m. When Lance Cardiel saw me arrive, he seemed to understand what was going on. First he tried to negotiate, but when I knocked him down, he quickly got up and tried to escape. It was only after he was thrown against the wall that he really understood that only one of us would ever leave the hangar. His head hit a metal railing many times. He then stopped moving altogether. I went to get the gas cans I brought with me earlier. After spraying gasoline all over the premises, I set it on fire. Stayed there until the fire was over. The child is now ancient history. You bitch. That's fucked up. What did he do to deserve that, huh? What do you think? Whatever you did, I think was pretty mean. I'm pretty judgy. You killed him and set him on fire. Also, bed in the center of the room, you creep. Miniature swan. I wonder where that will go.
I understand better now why Dijon never mentioned his sire.
My prince.
Hazel's always one step ahead.
JD. My prince, my trip to New Orleans was not for nothing. I was able to learn about Dajan Sark's past. He's a child of one Marie de Richet. Her name isn't familiar, that's to be expected. She's rather ordinary, but interestingly enough, she had ties to the Hartford Chantry. Indeed, not long after her unauthorized embrace, she was sentenced to final death by the Hartford Tremere. Her escape led her to Louisiana, where she met Siaka. She embraced him in a voodoo ritual they didn't understand much about. But it seems that it left a deep impression on Mr. Siaka, who has been influenced by this magic throughout his existence. It appears that he's come to New England to settle a score with Hartford. I think we could use this to our own advantage given the arrangements we envision. For example, we could make him a part of the Boston court. It shouldn't be too hard to make him your puppet, especially if he promised to solve his problem. He could then be put in contact with the Chantry, or perhaps a sleeper agent, or he could take on responsibilities while remaining our puppet. However, if Deneb Osborne were to discover what I have learned, Mr. Siaka's existence would undoubtedly be threatened. It's up for you to decide. However, I think that this is a golden opportunity that it would be a shame to pass up. I plan to stay a few more days to clarify some points, so I'm sending you this message to a reliable servant. I will then return to the court as soon as possible. Interesting, interesting. Let me guess, you disconnected, Loxy, and didn't click the how long have we been back? I was back before break. And I disconnected for about 30 seconds. Fuck. You missed a little bit, that's for sure. We broke into the prince's quarters, we're snooping around. I picked up a swan piece. I'm putting the swan piece in this piece. It's gonna do a thing. Gave me a key. We broke into the prince's quarters. Well, yeah, you know, just snuck in. Someone was distracted, so we took the elevator down. Here's the person we rescued. As, what's her face? Leisha. Leisha rescued this person. Her face melted. It was very uncomfortable when incendiary rounds burst through the party. Remember how we rescued one of the people? We took one of the bodies out. Key should go in here. Inspect the books.
I wonder if...
I think so. Because it is definitely like the prince's childo or friend. There we go. BFDAC. Bifdak. Tchaikovsky, yes. B F D A C.
That noise. Something moved.
Something moved. Was it another side of the swan statue? No? Okay. Okay, hold on. I'll press. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, cool. Secret documents.
So Hazel has her eye on my clubs. Ugh, politics. Always politics.
Fucking Hazel.
What's her game? Is this how she thanks her allies?
Dear Jason, as Prince of Boston, you know I'm always looking for opportunities to expand my domain. A few of my counselors have brought an opportunity to strengthen our hold on Boston's nightlife to my attention. I would like you to evaluate the acquisition of a number of venues. A specific list is attached to this letter. These venues happen to be currently used by Emem Louis, whom you do not know very well. She is one of a kind, but ask your utmost discretion regarding this matter. Well, well, well.
That explains why Hazel's holding off on Fang's embrace.
Really?
Underwood. What a creep.
My prince, I've heard that you fear the departure of my dear sire, Galeb Basri. Indeed, the progressive departure of the eldest among us is a matter of concern, especially when it involves such a loyal and valuable element as Galeb. Nevertheless, I believe I have a way to keep him at your disposal for a while longer. My sire is rather infatuated with a promising young woman. He wishes to embrace her more than I have ever seen him desire anything. Why, you may ask? Why choose to have another child when you already have a child as accomplished as myself? I wouldn't dare to comment on the subject myself and would join you in your question. So does Shufang, as the subject of his desires is named, should be formally presented to you very soon. You know how dear old Basri stands on tradition. Of course, he will only embrace her when you've given him permission to do so. That is why I suggest you use some obscure excuse, such as the overcrowding of Boston, for example, to stall for time. He will understand. If there is anything Galeb is good at, it is understanding princes, even when they make decisions that go against his interests. Ask him for more time, postpone it, or even simply ignore his requests, and he will be all the more ready to prove his worth to you, to show you he deserves it. I obviously do not expect any form of compensation for this advice. The mere act of serving my prince in the court of Boston for performing my duty, in short, is payment enough for me. Sincerely yours, Beryl Underwood, member of the Primogen Council.
Bazori is a loyal dog, and Hazel's got him on a short leash.
Galeb Basri, evaluation by Jared Dory. During Quentin King's reign, Galeb Basri was always above reproach, performing every task assigned to him without batting an eye. He is the consummate tool for doing dirty work, as he is cold and efficient. I won't even begin to tell you how many thin-blooded anarchs or dissidents he has faced and defeated. Such overwhelming loyalty to your predecessor would suggest that he be sidelined or even removed. Nevertheless, I urge you not to rush down this path. On the contrary, keeping Galeb Basri as close to you as possible seems to me the wisest thing to do. Indeed, his loyalty was not to Quentin King, but to the role of the prince. And today that is you, Miss Iverson. Galeb Basri could quickly become one of your best assets. I remain at your disposal to provide you with the reports on his various missions, but a reading of everything seems unnecessary, as there is far too much of it.
That explains why Hazel's holding off on Fang's embrace.
Well, we already got that.
Underwood. What a creep.
Yeah.
Bazori is
Underwood
a loyal
sucks.
dog, and Hazel's got him on a short leash.
Come on. Thank you. All right. Last one.
Hazel said there was an accident, but it was actually an execution. If Alicia were to find out...
What the fuck? Dear Miss Iverson, it is with a heavy heart that I confirm that I carried out your orders last night. Halsey is no more. So you will most certainly experience less fear of new incidents. I've already made arrangements at the Institute for Leisure because I am certain that she will be shocked and that she will become unwell. While I understand your reasons, with all due respect, I must warn you that Halsey's disappearance will not necessarily result in increased potential for Leisha to have visions. I will tell Leisha there has been an unfortunate accident, and if required, I will manipulate her memories to avoid the worst. You can count on my discretion, and I will be tomb regarding this matter. Sincerely yours, Mr. R. Dunham. I think the prince is not a good person. Yeah? What do you think? I think that's pretty fucked. Nothing else to gather here, even there. Did they kill?
I heard you poking around.
Do you know about Halsey?
Did you know about Leisha's kid? Did you know Hazel gave the order to destroy her?
It was necessary.
Miley, come
Too
on.
many
That's fucked.
problems. She was dangerous.
Hey. Hazel has no intention of letting Bazori embrace his retainer, does she?
How do you...
Doesn't matter. Answer the question.
She's scared. She'll lose an ally. She's all alone, Emem.
That doesn't excuse
Miley
her
is
lies.
bloodbound so
Galeb
hard she
deserves to
can't
know.
resist.
No. Hazel needs him.
Seriously.
Especially now.
Do you know she's trying to steal my club?
Hazel's trying to buy out the Black Rattlers.
Also, Leisha
Did
fucking
you know?
saved you.
Don't be angry, Emem.
Also,
It's
we
not
see
about
Hazzy still?
you.
So what the fuck's going
That
on there?
remains to be proven. Why didn't she tell me?
Princes don't talk.
That's gonna have to change if she wants me to join her council.
That's a damn good point too.
Hazel does what she thinks is right. Not to hurt anyone. She's
Is
a
that how
good
you get power?
person, Emem.
By being a good person?
For real. She's trying to protect us.
I hope you're right.
You should eat Miley. She's weak, she's wounded, she's seen us in a place we're not supposed to be. Just a quick little snack. Snackety snack.
I should go. It's gonna be a long night.
Let's go. Can't imagine it's like...
First, the Anarchs. But I have to find them first.
She did promise that she wouldn't. Hey, no failures. That's good. Could have discovered that Beryl and Galeb's ghoul were up to something. Fuck, really? Was there alternate routes? They're not failures. But they didn't do it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, she did. She said, I won't tell you off, but the prince doesn't like visitors. Sorry, Loxy. I have to get 15 minutes to watch the VOD. Leisha, go with all the experience. That's pretty good. 2 dots there. Mental's 3. Very good. Lots of stats. Nature residence. For 100 experience? I don't think so. Premonition. Juice to 70 is not bad. I think I want more obfuscate. Touch things while we're invisible. Doppelganger. That's what I want. That one's very useful. So useful the game temporarily gave it to us because we needed it. I just feel like they're more deduction and education are useful. Well, I think rhetoric then because it costs 10. 35, 35, 60. Okay, that'll do. Good job. I like Leisha. She seems so far to be the most competent. Plus the visions, very useful. Shame about her daughter being dead. Do you think we're going to discover that as Leisha? What do you think? Is it going to be creepy? I think it's going to be creepy. I think we'll be alright. It's fine. It's a perfect normal hallway. Nothing to be worried about. Don't even trip, dog. What happened? Can't believe her alternate outfit is worse than this suit. I say judgely.
Yes, Mom. I'm here.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's good. You still alive? Love vampire powers. Love being a vampire. It's good. What's this? Bag. There's nothing in it. She loves photos. Gives her willpower.
How many hours have I spent sitting in this armchair for my therapy sessions? Richard always liked masks.
Oh.
Like all children of Malkov.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Well, jeez, okay. Point of no return that early. Well, let's investigate. That's the same as it was before. Leisha has nothing new, so I won't go over it again. I know it's a couple episodes ago, but still. Like, watch the VODs if you desperately need to know what's on that text. Or just pause it, you know. Insert the second floppy disk. Examine.
Only Richard would still use that.
Yep, that's the same. Floppy disk 2. A 2 floppy disk drive computer? Wow. You guys living on the cutting edge. That's incredible. Dear Mrs. Iverson, I'm unfortunately not in a position to respond favorably to your request. I'm on the verge of a breakthrough and I'm not able to ensure the success of my research while providing appropriate treatment for Leisha. With all due respect, I cannot consent to her release from the Institute. It's much too soon and it would seriously hinder her process. Furthermore, I am sure that I need not remind you that even if you were allow her to join us earlier, there's no question of over-soliciting her gifts. We know where that leads. Sincerely yours, Dr. Dunham. Well, that's curious. I'm glad we stole the floppy from the crime scene, but we didn't learn much.
I see guilt. Richard often asked me.
Yeah, I think I see it too. Okay. Alright, child, let me out of here. Leisha, talk to your daughter.
Hey, Pumpkin.
Weird.
What are you looking at?
Creepy close-up.
Picture. It's scary.
It makes me
Come
hungry
now.
for
There's
blood.
nothing to be afraid of. You're not going to be afraid of a couple paintings now, are you?
No, but...
Yes, I know. It's Richard. He was angry, but he wasn't angry with you.
He was very angry.
I don't think he is. He doesn't like me following you around.
Yes, but it's because he worries you'll get hurt. Pumpkin.
Not quite.
There are much more serious things going on right now.
Those
Get
people who
in.
put us into boxes.
Meow.
Yes, them.
Hi.
But don't be scared. Mommy's here.
I know.
I won't let anyone hurt you. Ever.
Do you want to jump up? I'm pretty sure Loxie wants to see you. Yeah. I know, creepily you can't see her. You're amazing.
There you are.
You're amazing, cat.
Where have you been? I've been looking for you since I got back, but...
The prince hasn't given me a moment's rest since I returned.
I won't hide the fact that I was happy that you were the one
Don't
to...
walk on the mixer.
Well...
That I informed them about the Second
Every
Inquisition.
time.
Yes, I can imagine.
Everyone's petrified. I can sense it.
Hazel lost it when she found out.
Yeah, I bet.
I had a hard time convincing her I was telling the truth.
Hey, the people who want our exclusive death.
She's going to ask
Final
for your
death.
help. I'm sure of it.
Like,
she
they're here.
didn't follow your treatment protocol. Usually, I give you your treatment when you awaken. You'll become more and more overwhelmed by your visions and your hallucinations. All this because she's afraid. Hazel has become dependent on you.
What, with the SI on our doorstep?
Do you like
don't
putting your
find it
tail directly
surprising
in the
to be
way?
Afraid. What, with everything
Pretty
they've
funny.
learned about us?
I
And
gotta
what
say,
they just
very
did?
funny indeed.
Our prince fears losing her throne more than her head, believe me. She needs your premonitions to help her anticipate the future, to try to influence the course of events.
What?
She would like to, you mean?
What do you mean by that?
She doesn't understand
They're
them.
Strange images.
You mean to say they're symbolic?
That's it, symbolic, I guess. But it's
You've
hard
got
to see
2
what they
dots in
mean.
education. Come on, Leisha.
That's why I don't think it's a good idea to encourage Hazel to think she can rely on your visions to serve her own ambitions.
Yeah, sure, that's why.
Here's a dose of your treatment. Take it immediately.
This will rid me of my premonitions. Is that it?
I don't have time to break this to you gently. I have to go straight to the point.
What are you talking about?
Leisha, Halsey isn't real.
Oh, shit.
It's not true, is it?
You're the only one who sees her.
No.
Oh,
Our family has a gift for seeing things.
oh boy.
No.
Here it is.
Halsey is my daughter.
In your mind, it's always difficult to pull you away from her. That's why I try to treat you as soon as you awaken to keep Halsey from reappearing.
Okay.
He's lying, Mom. He hates me.
You're either lying or you're wrong. I don't know which, but it's not true.
Leisha,
But Hazel sees her.
when your hallucinations increase, your premonitions do too. They become more specific and more reliable.
So...
That's what the prince wants. But you grow increasingly catatonic. Halsey starts to take over.
Take over?
I don't want you to leave me.
Enough! Shut up, both of you.
It's just you and me, Leisha.
Oh, no.
He's a liar. It's not true.
I regret having to inflict this terrible shock on you each and every time.
Every time?
Leisha, the prince wants to see you immediately.
Yes, of course. Just a minute.
I'm not supposed to be here. I should have left for the Red Salon already.
Why? No,
What
you
do you
can't just leave
think?
like that. I have too many questions.
Is he a lying liar who lies?
We'll have time. Go now. Obey the prince, Leisha. Stay where it's safe, and above all, drink.
There.
One of the things he gave us earlier gave us a significant bonus to obfuscate. His pants are clipping through his jacket. I hate it when that happens to me. Okay. Halsey's not real.
Leisha, I wanted to thank both of you
The
for...
prince sees me. See, Mom? Richard's a liar.
Yeah.
Are you all right, Leisha? You seem...
Quit pretending.
Come now, Leisha. What's wrong?
You've been pretending to see Halsey since the very beginning. Why did you lie to me?
Please don't
Lie to you.
yell at the prince.
I
It's
didn't lie to
dangerous.
you. Halsey is part of you, and I accept you just the way you are. That's all.
Fucking look at that. Oh my god. I don't have a chance in hell. Rhetoric's the only thing. Let's give it a go. 44% chance? We're fucked. Alright, well, look, we tried. That's important.
You need to play games. You're my prince.
Forget what we talked about.
Fucking... bitch! Fuck you! Failure. We get hungry anyway.
No, it's nothing.
I asked for you because I need your help again. With the SI in Boston, I need to do everything I can to protect us.
Yes.
And you can help me do that by telling me what the future holds.
It's not as simple as that. I don't choose
to
where
have...
Mom, listen to me.
Yes, sweetie. What is it?
There's no point. The swan will lose its head in 2 days.
Oh.
I just saw it. We know, Mom.
The Swan Prince.
What's going on? Leisha, is Halsey speaking to you? What is she saying?
Don't tell her anything.
There are too many voices, too many things inside my head.
Yeah, get more unstable.
It's
That'll
too
be
much
good.
for me to see what's going to happen.
Okay. I understand. You've been through a lot.
Yes.
So I won't insist.
So we're not on mission right
Take
now,
a few
right?
hours to
The game
rest,
is still
and
giving
we'll
us
talk
not
later.
just background information, but important things happening. I think that's really good. That is what Vampire and World of Darkness as a tabletop game is like compared to other, like, D&D. In a safe place where you'd have politics,
I don't know who to
it's
believe
less
anymore.
likely to have this sort of...
Richard?
I don't know if it's less likely, but this is your bread and butter in World of Darkness, and especially Vampire. The politics matter, right?
I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Dropping the bombshells. The Halsey's annoying. I'm going to take the treatment unless someone yells at me not to. Okay? I'll give it a minute. Not too long, just a little bit of time. While I monologue. I think this sort of thing, this 3 set is really... I think it's really important from a, like, Vampire the Masquerade, World of Darkness style game building thing. You can and should have important things happening in areas that are still combat safe. No one's going to break out in a fight here. No one's life is really in danger in Elysium. Not many people are going to use disciplines in anger against each other. Like, it feels relatively safe, but it's also where the politics happen, right? So having important bombshells happening in an area where even people are just receiving missions and updates makes people feel more engaged in these situations. It's also written out in the core book, but it's forgotten about often. A little tip here. Everyone who's not the prince, when we have these characters one-on-one with others, just ask other players to play those NPCs, right? If it's not the first time, even if it is the first time and it makes you push in weird and unexpected directions that may be fascinating and brilliant, right? Have other players play those NPCs. Just say, this is roughly what they want out of the scenario, react, good, go. And like, that takes practice, but it's very good role-playing practice. Also ties people's attachments into the city and the story even more. Bye, Halsey.
You don't exist. You're just in my head.
Please don't leave me. Let me stay with you, Mom.
No,
that's rough.
Richard is right. I need to get better.
She's gone. It also helps that because we were with Emem, we know that she's gone. Hey, we get a vision anyway? Neat. That's all you need to move on? You take a drink that a psychologist gave you? Come on, man, I do that all the time. Fucking hell. This is bullshit. I wish it was that easy. Darlings, I'd chug that thing. Being emotionally attached for longer than other people, it's not a positive trait. It's not a negative one either. It has negative ramifications for me. I'm a big sad boy who has lots of feelings. But I think big old sip. 2 peas. Wow. I think I do at least a relatively good job of making it not anyone else's responsibility. But, like, I still feel it. I still feel that attachment. It's unnecessary. It doesn't add anything anymore. It inspires some bad poetry.
Damn it. That hallway again. And my memory loss.
It's romantic in a dress and file sense.
Shit. I have to find Richard at the Red Salon.
He'll always have a problem with to and from and about a lane. But that hasn't come back in like 11 books, and I'm annoyed. Hey, we got an achievement. Shift F3. Yes, get down should be season 5. Scene 5 complete. Okay, cool. Alright, well that's good. Discipline and skill to maximum level. Find all the safe zones. Sad base scene started. Start and win a confrontation while you're hungry. Well, that's interesting. I haven't got that and complete it. Rest of them are hidden. That's interesting. What a surprise. There you go. Chose to listen to Richard Dunn and part ways to Halsey. Social tribute experience cost up. Okay, fuck. Jeez. Whoa, what do we do? Long Island? Anarch Domain? Red Salon? With the threat identified at last, the time has come to strike back. Hazel Iverson has devised a daring plan to outsmart the mortals. Emem is sent to parley with the Boston Anarchs in order to negotiate a false alliance. She'll need their help if she hopes to survive on Long Island. I want to do... Actually, Larksy, you got a vote? You're the only one that's active in chat tonight, and that's fine. I know our good friend Cleric Bard is unavailable tonight. Okay, yeah. Red Salon, Leisha. With the threat identified at last, the time has come to strike back. Oh yeah, we know that. Leisha goes to Richard's Blood Bar, the Red Salon, where she hopes to find him. She seeks answers to her questions about her identity, her past, and her daughter. Yeah, because Leisha didn't get, like... Emem's is long? Thanks, Deadman. Good point. Yeah, Deadman has been around. I don't mean to remove you from the conversation, my friend. That's not very fair of me. I just have bad memory. That was a drink a lot? No, not a lot, but that's several standard drinks. Canberra Fog is not a subtle drink. Yeah, the memes is long. You're right on that. I don't remember it as well, so I was interested to go back to it. This is why I wanted to give breathing room between when you played this, Deadman, because I remember some things. Like, the really important thing was just the feeling I had watching you as Galeb rescue and then fail to keep Jason alive. Just fascinating. That was so good. Amazing writing and just great feelings to watch you go through that. And that's why I was excited to do it again. I remembered, like, don't be hungry. You know, and you could have used Dominate a lot. Let's do it. Anyway. But I don't remember everything, and that's why it was good to have more of a break. I think it was a social thing that had cost 5 modifier. Fuck yeah. Absolutely, I'll spend 5 for that. What did I say about Obfuscate? Doppelganger, baby. Leisha's was short. I think we made the right decision. 45 for extra Dominate. Okay. How do we resist Dominate? She just overrode us so quickly. Psychology, Persuasion. None of those. We could increase Physical. Get it to a 58% chance. I'll reduce focus costs. It's only on Intimidation though. Skill Intimidation and the Celerity Discipline. Rhetoric and Persuasion, Presence, Psychology, and... So those are... Dialogue's the only things that can be focused. So that's why that makes sense. Okay, cool. Well, social is more useful. I'm glad we increased that. Let's increase Persuasion. Like, I don't even know if it'll come up, but we're going to the Red Salon, right? There'll be someone we can talk to. Red Salon, 9 PM. That... I'm just kind of struck by the level design. That's good.
Been here before.
It looks beautiful. I don't know if that's strictly a level design, but... The scene design is great.
Sorry, we're closed. Leisha, I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize you.
I have to see Richard.
It's kind of a bad time. There's a code red and...
Yeah, we know. I know. Jesus, dude. It's fucking Leisha.
Still in the basement. I need you to take care of it when you're finished here.
No problem.
And if you see Wyatt...
The fuck is Beryl doing here?
Alright.
That slimy fucking dick is everywhere. Yeah, okay. Richard Dunham is a psychiatrist. King. It doesn't mention her sire, right? Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, that does. Emem. Hilda McAndrews. Leisha. Nothing. Halsey, nothing. She's not real. This is there. Miley Sellers, Nathan Appleton. Yeah, glad we saved Miley for you. Marie Marguerite Caro de Rosemont and Emem Lewis. Like, where did you come from, Leisha?
If I see Wyatt, I'll tell him.
So you tell us that the SI has the address of this salon, and you come anyway.
Go fuck yourself.
Daryl, you shouldn't be here. They could show up at any time.
I know that. Why are you here?
Rose petals are a garnish you can eat. Usually these are pepper berries, but I can eat that. I want to give you nothing, you disgusting sack of shit, so I'm just going to say it's none of your business.
It's none of your business.
Suit yourself.
Fuck off.
I suppose no one's volunteering to stick around here.
That's right, especially not me. If you see Wyatt, tell him to come downstairs to help me. It's an urgent request.
Wyatt?
Yes, a thin blood who works for me. He must be helping the staff. There's a lot of stuff here that could give the SI much more than just this bar.
Thin bloods
There'd be no point in running if they could track us down.
Like they've been expanded in V5.
And if you see Richard, could you...
I'll let him know you're looking for him.
To the point where
as
they're not
usual.
like, not just expecting you to, like, have them as a plot point,
Did
but
you destroy the client files?
Yes.
They've
it's
got their
done.
own edges.
Accounting?
The thin blood.
Yeah, it's all taken
the thin
care
blood
of. I just
alchemy
got the
and the
suppliers
thin
and the
blood
VIP files left to do.
All right.
Like,
I'm gonna need a badge for the
methods
basement
of
too.
becoming.
I don't have one, sorry.
Going through a full embrace is they're like, we recommend you don't mix thin bloods and others, but you run a thin blood game where you become a different clan in time. The thin blood alchemy itself makes them turn up in places because they've got advantages, really interesting ones, and I like where they've done that. Instead of just being a sign of the end times and they're bad, they've got different feels to them. To ensure a pleasurable experience for yourself and others, please read our rules before entering the shared consumption area. Guests are welcome subject to availability with or without a reservation. Please inquire about our specialties at the bar or ask our hostess. You may reserve them at the bar. Please consume in moderation. You'll be held responsible for any damage to the vessels without any right to dispute the claim. Please leave your personal belongings at the coat check. This place must remain available to all guests who are admitted. This space may be privatized with 2 weeks' notice. The staff at the Red Salon welcomes you.
If I were you, I wouldn't stick around.
Existential threat. SI is going to turn up, but in what capacity? Are they going to turn up with guns blazing? Are they going to turn up investigating? What are they bracing for? Are they going to leave it empty so that they can just burn it down or destroy it? What are they going to do? In the same capacity, no one knows. Everyone's tense. Why is Beryl here? Piece of shit.
We're not open for customers.
Not being a customer
We're
right
closed.
I'm not here to imbibe.
Thank you for defining what not open is for me.
I'm looking for Richard. Have you seen him?
Yeah, he gave orders to the staff. And then he went to the rotunda in the back.
Yeah, thanks.
Is there someone named Wyatt here?
Yeah, but he's transferring the kind right now. He shouldn't be long.
All right.
That level of uncertainty is perhaps even more interesting to your players than an out-and-out combat. When you approach a World of Darkness game like a D&D game, i.e. set up encounters and battles and combat, it's less good. It's less good. It's not what it's for. Combat doesn't work like that in World of Darkness. It's explosive. Especially in Mortals, I lean towards the analogy that it is a murder simulator. You want to, in combat, have overwhelming force that deals like 3 points of lethal damage and suddenly... Alright, fucking mouse. Deals 3 points of lethal damage and suddenly even your vampire is like, what the fuck? I've had my shit wrecked. One knife in a dangerous spot has dealt me so much damage. Then again, to deal that much lethal damage, it needs to be ag for everyone else. Like vampires, they're tough, right? When someone comes close to death, they get penalties, so they get worse until they get treatment. And they're significant penalties, -1, 2, or 3 in all rolls.
We're all gonna die anyway.
Fuck. And you kind of want that danger and that panic and that fragile situation to sit on the characters for a while. You get into a fight, you get really damaged. I want you to feel more vulnerable than before and feel that injury for a long time in a way that just standard hit points don't do, because it's not that type of game. I'm not saying D&D is worse. I'm also not saying what is bad. I'm not making a fish knife argument. Fuck, I love sometimes RPG Twitter is incredible. You guys heard about fish knife? Amazing tweets, fucking fantastic. Hold on, I'll put it up. Jamie, can you get that? No, fish knife. Fuck. No, never mind. I'm fish blade. There it is. Thomas Violence did an amazing job of this one. Sorry, not fish knife, fish blade. Now, it was as the coast has lost all of its goodwill. There's a bunch of people being like, finally now your group can switch, that have been playing D&D for 14 years, can switch to Fishblade, a diceless storytelling game where one party controls one fish with a knife. And like, if your group loves combat-focused high fantasy, they will certainly enjoy Edo and Etiquette, the collaborative poetry simulator. Like, here you go. And then they fucking write one for you. Like, that's incredible. And it's not a pointless statement. It's really important. I think it serves a really good purpose to say everyone's annoyed at D&D and Hasbro, and they should be. It's a bad situation.
Calm down.
Once again, I'm annoyed more at capitalism than I am at the actual individual actions. I hate that they want to turn a profit. That they shouldn't have to. The art can't just exist. It must be profitable, and it must be more profitable every year. Infinite growth. Finite planet. How's this going to turn out? Motherfuckers.
I'm begging you.
Here I am eating rose petals. Anyway. Fish blade itself is an excellent term because it's like there may be an opportunity to show people something else that they may not have considered or experienced. But people are not going to change who they are, and then they're not going to suddenly want a different thing. And this, honestly, is why I feel like Pathfinder 2nd is going to pick up a larger number of players, right? Because it's the closest to D&D 5. There's a reason that I swapped out my D&D 5 game for Pathfinder 2nd Ed. Because it was doing what I want out of that kind of play more. But I'm not going to turn up to the people I like playing, honestly, diceless role-playing games where I get my nipple ring caught in other people's nipple rings and we pretend to tug on them for like 30 seconds for the bit and say, hey, you want to play Pathfinder 2nd? It's really crunchy. You'll get more and more confused every time.
It doesn't make much of a difference if we die today or tomorrow.
Fuck, man. No. It's like, honestly, I recommend really long YouTube videos to people. And I recommend them knowing that the uptake is going to be really low. Really low. I also know that I'm not recommending just a really long video just because it's really long. I recommend them because they make me feel things, because the story involved, the narrative, it just touches me in a way that is really important. And if I could facilitate, not even provide, but facilitate that sort of emotional response in someone else, it's worth trying. And even if I feel like they're not going to give it a go at all, what I can say is, hey, I've just had a profound experience. Boop. I'm sharing that. I'm just putting that out there in the world. Hey guys, I just had a profound experience. What do you think? It helps, right, Lexi? Emma's just got home too. And so...
Don't be sad.
This always happens to me.
I know that the pickup's not going to be super high.
I was waiting for my regular.
I think something serious.
And so I don't poke at people to say, hey, have you watched it yet? Have you watched it yet? Have you watched it yet? All I can do is make a suggestion and let it lie. And every now and then it gets old, you know. Like I really wish these sort of attempts succeeded, and then sometimes they don't. But I feel like someone pitching Fishblade 400 times to their D&D group and being rejected every time is not going to have a sudden success just because we're annoyed at Hasbro. It's not really about not getting your hopes up. It's like being aware of your audience, right? Menu. Captain.
What are they gonna do with us?
It's a loud cat. Oh, cat's screaming for salmon. What a good boy. Our fire vessels. They're justice seekers, fighters, or fans of gore cinema, and they have one thing in common: violence and aggressivity. If you want to see red, ask for one of our fire vessels. For an even more intense experience, ask one of our vintages: Glenn, Vincent, or Rosemary.
We're all gonna die anyway.
Our festive vessels. They're clubbers, sex addicts, or Wall Street traders, and they all have one thing in common: the sky's the limit! If you're looking for perpetual motion, ask for one of our festive vessels. For an experience that lasts, ask for one of our vintages: Abby, James, or Elliot. Our Zen vessels. They're yoga teachers, poets, or researchers, and they all have one thing in common: calm and relaxation. If it's deep relaxation you're after, then ask for one of our Zen vessels. For an even more transcendental experience, ask for one of our vintages: Maritza, Clarice, or Tommaso. Our melancholic vessels. They're undertakers, customer service reps, or volunteers who work with victims, and they all have one thing in common: they understand the darkness of the soul. If you want to descend into the darkest depths of their blood, ask for one of our melancholic vessels. For an even more profound experience, ask for one of our vintages: Henry, Ozzy, or Paul. We are unable to provide multiple vessels in this category in a restricted area. We apologize for this restriction on consumption. Yeah, you can't get too angry, my dude. Anyway, also, melancholic includes customer service reps, because they understand how bad humanity gets. Lol.
We can't stay here.
Okay. Very helpful, thank you. So, how do the red salons work? They have a resonance of some sort. The emotion is cultivated.
Sorry.
Oh,
The
right.
SI might
Okay,
show up
nice.
at any second. I wouldn't hang around here if I were you.
What's actually happening is they cultivate an emotion in the resonance of someone's blood. Makes it taste and makes you feel different when you drink them.
Yes?
Hey, Wyatt.
Are you in charge of the vessels?
Yes and no. I'm just in charge of moving them. Name's Wyatt.
Leisha.
I know. I'm gonna make a few more trips, but there's still one missing. I think Betty's having a hard time getting her to come out.
Where are you taking them?
I'm getting them to safety. Some of them are worth tons.
Okay, but before you leave, Beryl wants to see you.
What? No way.
Don't see Beryl, Wyatt. No. He's a creep.
He's not gonna like that.
I'm not gonna force
I
him.
know, but I've
Fuck
got
him.
more pressing matters with the SI breathing down our necks.
Who wants to help Beryl? That guy's a jerk. Failed, huh? We made a decision. I don't count it as a failure.
Sorry, but I've given too much today.
I don't want your blood. Have you seen Dr. Dunham?
Nah, sorry. Ask the masters.
Ask the masters. This is very Boston.
Why are you waiting here?
We can't leave without Clarice, apparently.
Who's that?
A fucking starlet who'll do anything for attention. She locked herself in the injection room.
Do you know why?
Because she's a fucking junkie. Just like all the vintages. Withdrawal makes her totally paranoid. Give us some Trajax to calm her down and we'll finally be able to leave.
Okay. Trajax? The result of extensive research by Dr. Richard Dunham, these chemical compounds enhance the emotional resonance of the mortals who receive them by injection and improve the quality of their blood. Stop a tragics for each dominant humour. In addition to the greatest medical ambitions, Prince Iverson immediately understood the financial interests of this discovery and sought, with the help of the Hartford Chantry, to stabilise the enhanced blood in order to reliably store and sell it. Okay. Camera, do you want to let me move? Is that a thing you want me to do? Can we? No, we're stuck now? Okay, very good. Thank you. Very good indeed. Okay, cool. Main menu. Continue. Where is it going to get us to, huh? There's no manual save button, so we'll see. Ah, lovely. We've already spoken to her? Cool. That's a minor bug. I've been playing Cyberpunk. I mean, the bugs get even more. I had this amazing bug that made me really happy when I solved it. The game was treating the controls like I was still inside a camera, so I couldn't move or aim my gun. I could move, but I couldn't aim my gun.
I never had much luck anyway.
So, like, that's going to be a problem. The solution was not save and load the way I thought it was. The game is still like, you're still wielding a camera, and you can't stop wielding a camera because you're not.
Do you know where I can find Richard?
Dr. Dunham? I've got no idea. He told us the
How
SI
did I
was
solve
on
it?
its way and gave us orders to clean up as much as we could. I was too shaken.
I found a security camera hanging on a wall. And then realized, okay, all I need to do is hack into this camera again, like I'm controlling it, then I'll be able to close it properly.
What were you supposed
That'll
to do?
rerun the script to give me camera control of my
SI
gun,
information about
and
us.
aim again,
That's all.
problem solved.
Of course.
However,
We don't even know where to start.
the camera was up on the wall.
What are you working on now?
Vessels that were stimulated by Dr. Dunham.
How the fuck am I
I'm
going to
holding
aim
on
at
to
it?
them
Because
until
it's
we solve
higher
an
up
issue
than
of
I
the
am.
kind.
Education. You jump, slow time by entering hack mode,
We
and
give
when the
them
camera
Tragex
goes
injections
in
to trigger emotions that
range,
make them taste
hack it.
Now I remember.
Then leave.
That's thanks to Richard's work.
Yeah,
It's very funny.
Our specialty vintages have
Didn't have
become
to load an
quite
earlier
popular,
save.
so we can't up and lose them.
I believe you.
Actually, since we don't have a lot of time left, you should go see our manager at the back.
Oh.
She must need help.
Thanks, staff member.
Okay. I'll go see.
That's a common thing with IT troubleshooting. Like, if you feel like a script has failed to run, try to run that script again. Script, set of steps, something. The game failed to run a leave camera, give control back script, so I needed to run that script again. Some games have those listed as console commands, and you can just do a search online, see if you have it. But there are other ways to make it run. You try and re-enable those same scenarios to make that happen again.
How the hell should I know?
So I did that. I connected to a camera, then I left the camera. Problem solved. Oh! Oh my!
No way. We'll figure something out. When is Wyatt?
Hello there!
Something to keep the donors in an aggressive mood.
Okay, sorry. Clearly, watch me.
Something to keep the donors in an
Watch me
aggressive
lose all
mood.
of my focus when I see some elaborate torture gear. Whoops. The Red Salon is big. There's a lot of things to investigate. Another Tremere concoction? Oh, they stack. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we gotta fight back our hunger.
Oh, Leisha. I didn't expect to see you here.
How you doing?
It seems like you know who I am, but I don't remember meeting you.
Yeah, it's not the first time that that's happened to you.
So I came here often?
Oh yeah, but it's been going on 3 years since I saw you last.
I've been in the...
My name's Betty.
I've been in the institute.
I manage the salon for Dr. Dunham. Sort of.
Is there a problem? Why aren't you leaving?
It's just that Dr. Dunham asked me to evacuate the kind, but I'm never gonna be able to do it.
Why not?
A highly valuable donor has holed herself up in there. But Wyatt's supposed to take her and the others.
Do you know where Dr. Dunham went?
He must be doing the same thing we're doing. Getting rid of anything we don't want the SI to get their hands on.
That's fair.
Like
Okay,
what
so we at least believe
He
a
told us to destroy
little
the
bit that
Tragex
they're not going to
compounds,
break in and
so
burn
he must
everything.
be
They're going to
getting rid
search
of
it
his
first.
stuff.
We already know what that
What
is,
are
but
those
might as well
compounds
ask.
you mentioned? It's one of the doctor's inventions, a stimulant for the donors. The blood is way better with it. Everybody loves it.
Do you have any idea where the doctor might have started?
Oh, he
This
leaves his stuff
Betty.
lying around
Do you
everywhere.
think Betty's a
know.
kindred?
But most of it must be
She a
in his
ghoul?
office. It's on this floor, in the rotunda, or in his
If we had
examining
Galeb
room
here,
in the
we'd find
basement.
out. Nature revealed.
Why can't you make the vessel come out?
All the commotion has pushed her over the brink. Or maybe she thinks she's being taken to the slaughterhouse? There's no way of knowing. She won't talk to us.
What's the slaughterhouse?
We don't kill them, do we?
That's what the kind call the basement. That's where we take donors that have been drained by clients. Or donors that have been overused. Mr. Underwood is in charge of that.
Beryl's in charge of the son of a bitch.
Oh, he works here now?
Yes, he's in charge of the
That
accounting, recycling the
motherfucker.
vessels. Really anything the doctor isn't interested in doing.
And he's very talented, I imagine.
Let's say there are a lot of deliveries, but not a lot of money coming in. If you see what I mean.
I do. A blue blood. Why don't you force her to come out?
I can't. She's locked in the injection room, and there's no way to open the door. And I'm not allowed to damage her. She's a vintage.
Let's give it a go, right? Come on. Yes.
I can sense that you disagree.
Well, I'm supposed to deal with her, but I can't even touch her. Because she's worth too much?
What does it mean when you say she's a vintage?
They're the donors that have the strongest reaction to the Trajax injections. It gives their blood incredible character.
This is good
a vintage.
practice.
But when they don't get their dose, they can get out of control. This vessel
Oh, they're
flipped out
addicted.
and went totally
Okay.
paranoid.
I see.
It's worth
But the
introducing
SI
this
had better not get
randomness,
their
this
hands on her.
unpredictability into
Can you help
people
me? She might
and
listen to you.
scenarios.
I'd heard there was a lot of compromising stuff with us here.
Especially when
I'll
it comes
see
to
what I can
people who
do.
play. This
Yeah,
sounds kind of
go ahead.
prejudiced, so
And
give
clean up
me
anything we
give me
forgot.
the benefit
and-
of the doubt.
Yeah, I
When it comes to
get
people who
it.
play a lot of board
I'll do it
games,
if I can, okay?
Fine. All right.
you know, a
There's
lot of
pass
scenarios
in
where
the
they're
bar that'll give you
predictable
staff
in
clearance. You're gonna need it.
process in,
Thanks.
reaction, process out sort of scenarios, where you can accurately predict what's going to happen next. Like, it sounds bad, but if someone's very used to that sort of, I can do this and get this reaction every time, it doesn't mesh well with Vampire the Masquerade or storytelling games or something where like human nature is to be included, or randomness, or like solvability is I think the concept I'm thinking about here. If you can solve a role-playing game, if there's no essence of randomness, you're better off playing a board game, man. You should hopefully be surprised by other people, other players, NPCs, that sort of thing. And this is often conceptualized as the wizard problem, i.e. person who plays wizard, or worse than 3.5, factotum, which works very similar to wizard in that you can learn divine spells and add them to your spell list by scrolls. Because having the solution to every problem can feel good, but the challenge is where a lot of interest comes from. It's also why like fantasy novels often don't have someone who can solve all problems. Even when a character can, they're not a main character, or they'll invent some sort of reason as to why they can't. An example, Gandalf. At some point, he can use magic to solve problems. At other points, he can't. He doesn't know the exact answer. He can't defeat the Balrog by himself with no trouble. There's a cost associated to it. He may know what the Palantir is, but he can't stop Merry from using it or having it. The dangerous artifact exists in his area. I also often call it the locate object problem, because locate objects is a spell, even in Pathfinder First and D&D 3.5 and 4, and not 5, I believe, where if you have a plot MacGuffin where you're looking for a thing, a wizard can learn a spell and go, it's over there. Let's go. Focus on it longer and I can tell you exactly where it is. It makes sense that a wizard would develop a spell like that, right? And it makes sense that if a character had any reason to grab that spell, they'd use it. Why wouldn't they use it? But it also trivializes a story of struggling to find a thing and then getting the thing and getting out with it. You're left with only getting the thing and getting out. 1/3 of all of the tension is gone. And so here in Vampire, we have a chemical called Tragex. It changes people's humors. It has an effect. It's important. It's still interesting. It has plot developments. But some people are affected by it more. And some people aren't affected by it much at all, which I am essentially inventing, but I'm hoping it's the case. And that stops you from... If a player got their hands on the production of this drug and they was like, I'm going to set up the red salons, you don't want them to just be like, all I need is 6 or 7 people, like 2 for each humor, and we're good to go. That would be 8, right? Because it always affects the same. You want some level of randomness. Some people it's affected more and they're wanted more and people will fight over them. You're introducing small problems so that the players can solve them, but not only that, you're removing the predictability from it. Except if you're creating a Vampire the Masquerade board game or something similar, then you'd say, Tragex, +1 to your red salons. And like, that's fine, because board games have a different... They want to inspire a different response in the players, and they want to get a different feeling as a result. Anyway, that's a rant. We're 3 minutes past 10. Let's have a good evening. Well, thank you very much for attending. Thank you for joining in for Swansong. I'm sorry you got dropped out for a little bit, but I suggest you check out the VODs, which are available on Twitch. Huzzah! And will also be available on YouTube. Huzzah! And I hope to see you again Wednesday evening. And remember to check out all the people on my hosted list, particularly the Golem King on Saturday mornings, and our good friend Dead Man's Tea Party, who's continuing to play through some very good walking simulator, the best kind of walking simulator. And I hope you have a very lovely evening. And remember to tell the people you love that you love them very much. And enjoy, if you're in Australia, Thursday off work. Sovereign